Okay, give me a second, y'all. Mute that. And I think we're good. Alright guys, what's up? Super Milesio here as always. It's been a few days, but I'm very excited to be back playing some more Zelda Breath of the Wild Grand Master Mode. Today is episode 6 of this endeavor. We're making quick work of this game. I'm predicting we'll be done certainly within 10 episodes at this rate, depending on how much extra we want to do. But I'm excited to get to Tears of the Kingdom, so it'll probably be around that. But anyways, if you recall, we left off just shy, right on the precipice of the Rito village and that whole region. And so in this episode, I plan to just plow right through that because it's the shortest and easiest Divine Beast and quest. And then after that, we're going to do a few more things we haven't done yet. Like we're going to do the Akala region and that whole quest with the tech lab. Maybe we'll go get the Faron Tower. We'll see what I feel like, grab a few memories. And I think we'll get the giant horse as well. And then in whatever remaining time, we will sort of make our way towards the desert area. Just, at a leisurely rate. We'll probably get the Ridgeland Tower as well, since we'll have Revali's Gale. That's a mouthful, but I think we can make that happen. All right, guys, and we do have quite a bit to talk about today, but we'll take it slow. Real quick, I'm going to turn on Zelda notes because you know I like them notes. And let's hope we get some viewers today. I don't know if Kate will be watching, but Prime Gaming, Kyle, Ado, whoever else has been doing this. Alright, looks like we're connected. I don't even have to try. It's saying connected. I've got some coffee. Yes, it's almost 9 p.m. So it's probably an ill-fated adventure drinking coffee this late, but you know what? Sometimes such is life. And look at that. Oh my gosh, I love that. You're here, yay! You can stay as long as you like, although I know it's already pretty late. But we're about to enter the Rito village, your favorite, isn't it? Let's make some copious fruit. Mighty copious fruit? Mighty copious simmered fruit. Fried milk? Let's try it. What do you know? Cooking milk makes milk. What does cooking a flour do? Oh. Sneaky wild greens. I honestly thought that was going to be dubious, but it wasn't. A chicken leg trio. Nobody else has joined yet. It's just you and me for now. But let's hold out some hope. Cook that. I don't have any more Staminoka, so this will have to do for now. We've got a good amount. Oh my gosh, I forgot how many Endura carrots I have. Oh my gosh, look at that. And yeah, at this point in the game, actually really at any point in the game, it makes very little sense to cook multiple Endura stuff. It's just not worth it. Because you just might as well eat them separately. Like, there's no reason you need 2 wheels of yellow stamina at once. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's go. Shall we get a horse? We can't really go that far with a horse towards the village. We can at least, cross the bridge, do whatever else. It's been a minute since we've rode Spresso, and he kind of sucks, but we're going to ride him right now. That seems about right. Look at him. Nice and two-toned. Let's go. You and your measly... Is that a word? I think it is. 3 stamina. Shall I grab this chest? Whoops. Oh my gosh. What the booties? I didn't think he would actually jump off the thing. Alright, well that was cool. We did do a Hyrule Castle raid in the last episode, which was pretty good for us. Oh, I'm glad I did that. but we definitely have some good bows. Man, I need to find Hestu again. Where is he? I don't remember where you find. It's definitely one of the stables. It might be like the Dueling Peak stable or close to it. Like it's definitely not that. No, actually, I think I know in my head where it is. Well, of course it's in my head. Where else would it be? My buttocks. Come on, Espresso. That's not the center of the bridge. And I'm not gonna grab that shot. Bruh, I thought you were supposed to be smart. No, don't want that. Whatever that is. Fire arrows. I think. Oh, Flying Guardians. I forgot about these. You know what? It might be cool to go get that memory. I know there's a memory up there. It would be easier with Revali's Gale, but you know what? You know, play a risky game today. I don't really fancy a Skywatcher visit. NGL. I'm back and I have Sprite now. Oh. So I'm not the only one drinking beverages that ought not to be drank at night. Oh, are you serious? I didn't even get in your spotlight. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, I actually got him in the eye. Let's go, Espresso. I'm not playing around with that. I did not see his spotlight, so I don't know how he saw me. That is the good thing about the Skywatchers, is that I believe they're not supposed to see you unless you get into their spotlight. Whereas the Stalkers, I mean, they're crazy, you know. But guys, while I'm climbing this cliff, I think we need to talk about something here. And that is the new trailer today, or direct, for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Okay? Now, oh, stop it. You don't have to come here. He's climbing up the cliff just for me. Bro. So now you can climb up cliffs all of a sudden, but when I want you to jump down a 2-foot ledge, you can't do it? Man. Well, he's going to keep trying to climb. Oh, you got some other questions? That's good. But yeah, so Nintendo has been doing this lately. It's not a completely new thing, but they've done it before. But they've been doing it several times lately, and that is a standalone direct. Kate, how's the stream looking? On my screen, it's a little blurry. Hopefully, it's fine. I'm gonna turn Wi-Fi off on my phone so it's not hogging anything. But yeah, so basically, you know, Nintendo has their big directs with just general stuff, but lately they've been doing like single standalone directs for like one game. So lately it was the Mario Kart 1, and people dogged on that because it was kind of lame, like it didn't show anything really new. There's no enemies at that camp. Oh, there they are. That's surprising that even in this upgraded version it took them that long to spawn. No, please. My stream is saying it error. Don't do it. Don't error on me. Ugh. Great. Oh gosh. Okay, I gotta give this a sec, y'all. Just make sure this is gonna work. Because my stream is crapping out. Is it? Are you still seeing me, Kate? Look at that. Ancient columns. We can just sit here for a second while I check on this. Because it's beautiful. Look at that. Okay. Well, it says back to excellent. Okay. I think sometimes that thing is not accurate. It makes me nervous. But anyways, look at this. I don't really want to mess with them since their weapons don't even look that good. So let's see if I can just skip them. But anyways, you just inhaled ice. That's not what you're supposed to do with it, my friend. And didn't work. Okay, that's great. Good job, Link. I'm proud of you. So let me wait to talk about this direct until after we've gotten the memory, since I'll probably want to engage with that. There we go. Skipped those moblins, don't want to do it. No thank you. And there should be a memory right about here. And this was, it went up the straw and down my throat. Okay, don't do that anymore. No chew. No chewing. Okay, so this is the one where Zelda gets a little mad at Link. Just because he's doing his goldarn job. Look at those little strings on the halberd. Whoa. Stop following me. But Link can help you. He can activate the shrine.
Just as I thought.
I thought Zelda would be saying something about this area.
The structure was designed to be exclusively accessed by the sword's chosen one.
Don't use a third-party game cartridge.
But designs can always be worked around.
What does that even mean?
How do I get inside? I need to activate it somehow.
There he is. Doing his job.
I thought I made it clear that I'm not in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders.
Hi, Dad.
Return to the castle and tell that to my father, please. And stop following me.
What a jerk. Am I right? Okay. So while they... Yeah, okay. So we took care of that. Let's see what this shrine is all about. I don't actually remember. But I think we already have enough for an upgrade. Don't use it. Stop. What does that mean? Don't use a third-party game cartridge. This is not that. This is a official Nintendo Breath of the Wild cartridge. Thanks. Okay, so while we do this shrine, I'm going to talk about what I was going to talk about. Oh, can we do this? I think we can do it. I think it's about time. So while I fight this guy, let's talk here. So they dogged on the Mario Kart Direct because it didn't really show anything new, and Nintendo was like, "Oh, just wait for this Direct, and you'll see why the game is $80, whatever." Now again, like whatever, I don't care. I was gonna get it either way, but then they launched the Direct, and it's kind of just a lot of nothing. Like they did not show anything new. I thought it was cool just because I was desperate for any footage of the game. So I kind of I was a little disappointed, and there we go. I knew that. Let's just try again. I'm just gonna eat something substantial before I start that battle. In fact, I have an attack boost now, so I'll just eat that. Look at that loading, ridiculous. So all that to say, that Mario Kart Direct was lame. It was like 15 minutes of nothing, and then they announced okay, that's actually not that much attack boost, but that's fine. So they announced they were doing a 17 minute Donkey Kong Direct today. And I mean, I'm excited for anything, again, just any trickle of knowledge at this point for upcoming games. So I was stoked, but people online were being like, well, if it's anything like the last Direct, we will learn that Donkey Kong is a gorilla, and the rocks will be made of stone, and you will play the game with a controller. Just tee-hee, right? I was hopeful for a little more, but not too excited. But it was one of those trailers where, every now and then Nintendo will drop something where it makes something that already... I hate when he goes to one of them columns. It makes something that already looks incredible just look out of this world, dude. It looks so good. And I'll talk a little bit more about it specifically in just a sec. I'm trying to just gather my thoughts here because it's just kind of overwhelming. And there goes the halberd. Switch to that. I just don't want to do that one too late because that axe will one-shot me easily. Let's get behind a column here. And there we go. Okay. But yeah, so obviously we knew some stuff. Now look, I mean, I'm one of those, I'm a Nintendo, I don't like to use the word fanboy. I prefer the word enthusiast or even historian. I feel like to think of myself as a Nintendo historian. And basically, like, I'm pretty much only a Nintendo gamer. I really don't branch out. Not because I think I wouldn't enjoy it, but it's kind of just like I struggle enough to find enough time to play games in general that I really want to play. Like, there's so many games that came out lately that I probably would have really loved that I just didn't play because I wouldn't have had the time. Fanbro, sure. Uh-oh, low battery. Okay, so here's where he's going to do his stupid attack. We just got to kill him real fast. I'm not gonna... I might as well. And there we go. And what? Perfect, because we broke 2 weapons, and we get 2 really good weapons. Look at that. Alright, we had 1 death. I think that's more than fair. Drop that. And look at that, we got a core. We got a core. We can upgrade stasis. Actually, I think maybe we already had 3 cores. Yeah, we did. But we got another one. Boom. So anyways, Nintendo fanbro, whatever you want to call it. All that to say, like, if a mainline Mario, Zelda, something like that, yeah, that's horrible. I don't want that. Where'd that fairy? What are you talking about? You can't upgrade Cryonis. Stop saying stuff. If any of those come out, I'm gonna get it. Okay, so I was already sold the minute they showed Donkey Kong. But I'm sure a lot of people were on the fence. And all I have to say is, if you weren't already gonna buy it, or if this trailer didn't convince you to get it, nothing will. It was an incredible direct. Get what sword? No, I won't. So first of all, they introduced I guess the main mechanic, because we'd seen some cool stuff. I mean, again, enough to sell me on it. But it was kind of just Donkey Kong. Yes, I'm excited to surf. Donkey Kong running around, some really cool music. We saw a lot of really cool environments, some weird little Kongs running around, monkeys. And then some footage of, like, the intro of it. But not all that much. But this trailer, it was so good. We got the core mechanic, which is Donkey Kong turning into these weird-looking animal things. He turned into a zebra. He turned into a bigger monkey. And then he turned into, Kong Bonanza. And then he turned into an ostrich, which can fly, as ostriches do. And also they introduced us to little adolescent Pauline. Not quite baby Pauline. And nobody knows what to make of that. Because what is happening? Because where is this on the timeline? Pauline was an adult, and now she's a little kid. So people are already going off on the Donkey Kong subreddit, as they do, which I'm a part of course. Because how could I not be? Being like, maybe she was turned into a kid, which that wouldn't be the first. So you know what? I'm going to do this right now because I think it's interesting. He wants his trident back. Ah ha ha ha. No. So anyways, because I like looking back at old videos where I talk about predictions for games, like how I did for Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm going to talk about some predictions for Donkey Kong Bonanza and just my initial thoughts of just the direct. I think Pauline maybe did turn into a kid. It wouldn't be the first time. We had Kai-Fei in Majora's Mask turn into a kid and was cursed. Oh, come on, Link. I hate the rain. It's raining in real life, too, and I can't use my telescope and look at Saturn like I've been wanting to. Ugh, all this malice is making grunting noises. I hate it. So anyways. Yeah, so we had Kai-Fei. He turned into a kid. There's another one I'm thinking of. There's definitely somebody else that I'm not remembering. 'Tis raining. Yep. Woo. Okay, so I've got to climb this and it's raining. Ugh. Great. Should I just try and start a fire and make it not raining? Or just wait? Waiting's for chumps. Or should I try and wind bomb up there? Nope, that's not the move, clearly. I think I just try and eat it. Try and climb in the rain. I don't have Revali yet, you dingbat. That's the whole point of this region. I'm trying to get it. There's definitely somebody else who's turned into a kid in the Zelda series that I'm not thinking of. 3, 4, jump. Let's eat something. Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump. Oh, maybe I could have made it, but just in case. Nope, couldn't have. So that's my theory, because that, like, again, timeline stuff is always a mess. Like, whatever, who cares? It doesn't really make sense. But, you know, apes and humans age at different rates, so I can... Oh, that's what I was supposed to... God darn it. I can buy that, whatever. So maybe this is a prequel to Odyssey where Pauline is somehow a kid, and, like, even though Cranky and Diddy Kong look the exact same age, it doesn't make any sense, but whatever. But I think, you know, maybe she was cursed, and that's why she needs to get to the center of the Earth, which is nuts, or the center of the planet. That's so cool. Like, yeah, I can talk about that in a sec. But yeah, they're trying to get to the center of the Earth and make a wish. You know, maybe her wish is to get up to the surface and become an adult again. And so that's one possibility. I'm just going to go with that, because it makes the most sense for the timeline, whatever. And it could still be a prequel to Odyssey. And all that, which would be cool. So yeah, that's I guess my running theory about that. But I really like, you know, the younger Pauline character. She looks really cool. I love her design. And here we go. We got the Tabantha Tower. Nice. We can easily fly to Rito Village from here. Oh, it looks so cool, man. And actually, you know, Donkey Kong with his new design, excuse me, and, you know, young Pauline, it really is giving Wreck-It Ralph. People pointed that out online, and I didn't actually really know this. I guess I kind of did know it, but I never thought about it, is that Wreck-It Ralph was inspired by Donkey Kong. I think earlier designs for Wreck-It Ralph were like some sort of hairy ape creature. And of course you have Vanellope, like the little girl. And it really does look similar. Some of those pictures are like insane how close it looks. It's Donkey Kong with this little... I guess it's a popular trope, but it really works, of like this big, you know, brute, but like a sweetheart who's protecting this like little girl character. I think it's really cool. So that's going to be really fun to do. And then you got that main game mechanic, but man, like what I really wanted to talk... Oh, come on, Link. What I really wanted to talk about is just how good the game looks. This is like... We're getting to a point where generational leaps between consoles... Like, you really have to look a little closer to see it. Like, you look at SNES to N64, huge leap. Like, immediately you look at it and you're a leap into 3D. N64 to GameCube, huge leap. GameCube to Wii is kind of where it first started to be like, now that's kind of specifically a Nintendo thing, because I think the GameCube arguably, even though that was also like kind of batting with in the same leagues as the other consoles of that generation, it's just they kind of limited. Oh, we got another Blood Moon. That looks so crisp. Oh, look at that. Almost unnaturally crisp. Which is the name of my band. I don't know if... Look at this crazy looking camp. I don't think this is worth it. Maybe I can snag this chest, but I don't... Look at that. I love when they're frozen in these, like, incredulous poses. Kate's typing a bunch of gibberish. Ouija or PG or Dagui. Edgedaji. I don't know what you're saying. I'm not choosing any of that. Alright, so I'm going to hightail it out of here because none of them have anything worth it. And if I kill them, they're just going to resurrect immediately. I'm out of here. And we are fast approaching Rito Village. Is that a different stable than what I was just at? From Wonder. I don't know. What was I saying? Yeah. So, GameCube to Wii was, for Nintendo specifically, that's kind of where it started to be like, because the Wii was really not that big of a graphical or power leap from the GameCube. It was huge as far as innovation goes. And ever since then, that's kind of been how Nintendo's stood out. That's kind of their niche. No matter how powerful or lack thereof their consoles were, they always had, creativity and innovation, right? And so, man, I should have waited to cook. Now I could get a bunch of crits. Okay, I'm just okay. He's running away. That's what I thought. Rito stable. No, this is a new stable. So let's get the shrine that's here. Right? There is one? There always is one. Okay, well, I guess we'll wait for this. How many instruments can you play in total? Well, thanks for asking me, Kate, even though you are my sister and you know this. That's kind of distracting, so I'm going to just say it quick, and I can elaborate later if I run out of things to say, because I'm kind of in the middle of talking about something. I play the guitar, the piano, the flute. Those are the main ones that I feel the most strong in, and singing, of course. And then I play a little bit of brass, like trumpet, a little bit of trombone, flugelhorn, whatever. And then like some miscellaneous instruments, of course, that everyone can play. That's pretty much it. Oh, and bass. I like bass guitar. Oh.
Rito's stable boasts the oldest history. He also shared that no matter what price was offered, he would never sell it. His passion for this place will surely be carried on through his family line.
Okay, so owner of Rito Stable is passionate about it. Gotta respect that. Thank you for that, Zelda. Alright, moving on. What was I saying about the Wii and the GameCube? Enough just random chatter. Hello, Cass. Promise? I'm sorry I don't have time for your song, but I love you. And you're not in Tears of the Kingdom, which is very sad. Need curry rice. Okay, curry rice, Goron spice. Do I have any? I thought I bought one. Yeah. I bought one just for this guy, for Lester. You're welcome, Lester. Goodbye. Curry for what ails you. I do remember that name because it's quite a name for a quest. Wildberry. I can play piano, trombone, a little bit of flute and trumpet, and ukulele, and then the miscellaneous random ones. That's great. Maybe there's not a shrine here since it's really close to the village. Man, that is a bummer. Okay, right. So the Wii is more powerful than the GameCube marginally, and you can see that back to, like, if you look at, say, Galaxy next to Sunshine, you can see a difference for sure. But it's not where you're like, oh my gosh, like some games like Mario Kart Wii are. Hey, Kyle's back. What's up? Mario Kart Wii is not like necessarily better than Double Dash. Like some people think it looks worse, and I don't even necessarily disagree.
Divine Beast Von Meadow seems to be soaring easily through the air. Training must be going well. Among all the divine beasts, I am told that Meadow, controlled by air currents, is the most challenging to maneuver.
Yeah.
Yet Revali continues to impress. I imagine he, with his strong sense of duty and work ethic, has trained more than anyone else.
I mean, I can imagine, even though right now there's no pilot and he's just gliding effortlessly, but yeah, you will go with that. Yeah, respect Revali. There you go. No, he does train very hard. That is evident. Oh, there's some fish. There used to be fish in this pond. Anyways. Or maybe it's this one. Nope. No fish. Very cool looking, though. But yeah. Whatever. Wii U was a significant leap from the Wii, but again, like, the Wii U was still kind of crapped on because it was just still behind the other consoles at that time, but I think it looks incredible, even still. Mario Kart 8, 3D World, I mean, those were mind-blowing to me at the time. Sorry I haven't been in stream for a while. That's alright, bro. I've been kind of random, so I understand. But I'm glad you're here now. We're going to have a good time. We're right about to enter the village, the Rito Village. And I'll probably stream tomorrow as well. Which old Nintendo console is your favorite? Kate, okay, save the questions. I love it. but just save them since I'm in the middle of this train of thought. So, oh, there they are. Oh, yes, hearty salmon. Look at that. So, yeah. Wii U to the Switch is perhaps... Well, dang, Zelda. I'm getting so distracted here.
This stone pillar towers overhead in the center of the village. It occurred to me that it may be Meadow's perch, and a frightful image sprang to mind. One of the pillar crumbling beneath the weight of Meadow. However, this divine beast is far lighter than it appears as compared to the others. My concerns, ultimately, are unfounded.
Okay, that's interesting. It's lighter than it appears. Well, I don't know. In that scene where it landed on the rock, it looked like it was about to crumble. But, you know, I don't know. Oh, hush. Alright, I'll charge it in a little bit. I hope it doesn't die on me, but I can just take the Joy-Cons off, I guess. But anyways. Alright, I need to just say what I was going to say. Long story short is that as we progress through the gaming world, with generation to generation, people are getting more spoiled. That's one thing. Just graphics, you know, we've seen it all pretty much. And so it's difficult to impress people. Wii U to the Switch was not... Zelda! Oh my gosh.
The winged inhabitants of this land call Rito Village their home. The wind currents facilitate upward mobility throughout its vertical design, allowing the Rito to fly from one area to another with ease. Additionally, platforms were originally constructed to connect the areas for other peoples, but it seems even the Rito are using them more and more.
Okay, thank you for that, Zelda. Now, if you'll just shut up for a sec. I do like the voice memories. Let's do this. Our container, because we are going after that Master Sword. And then we'll get stamina after that. Wii U to the Switch was possibly one of the smallest, like, just visually immediate changes. Like, they could both run Breath of the Wild pretty decently. Well, Wii U struggled quite a bit. And to be fair, so did the Switch. But Wii U really struggled. But they were both HD and could both output some incredible looking graphics. The Switch 2 is a substantial improvement when you really get down to it, but we've gotten to such a level where you really can mainly tell that by playing the thing itself. You can tell from videos online for sure. Like, I could tell immediately that these upgrades for this game were going to be pretty nice. But, bomb arrows, nice. Oh, that's expensive, bro. But, like, YouTube compression is still pretty significant to where it's always going to be kind of high fidelity, but you're going to lose a lot through compression. And here Zelda goes again.
Rito fabrics are high quality, making them popular at the exchange. Mother adored this store and special ordered this coat. It is made with the finest of down feathers. It fits me so perfectly that it feels as though it were custom made for me. To think I'm the same height as Mother now. It brings up such feelings in me.
Well, that's one of the few mentions of Zelda's mother. That's kind of sad. I think Zelda was like 6 when her mom died. We know very little about the queen. There's Huck. What's up, Huck? Hey, I know you from Tears of the Kingdom, I think. Right? You were one of the people that was like looking for food, maybe. That's cool. I'm going to stop chattering because I keep getting interrupted. Look at these little babies sleeping. That's so cute. We should find baby Tulin in a second. Oh my word. Zelda has something to say about all of these shops.
It tends to be their fabrics that garner attention, but the Rito have the best woodworking techniques in Hyrule as well. From their serving dishes to their structures, even the very framework of their village, the Rito have made everything from wood. I'm told the way they transport lumber mid-air is quite the sight, and I'd love to see it someday.
Alright, let's look at them carry some wood, why don't you? I'm just going to get to the point real quick. Donkey Kong Bonanza makes Mario Odyssey look like child's play. And that's crazy to say because Mario Odyssey was mind-blowing to look at. And it's so, you don't even... That's what I'm saying is, the graphical leaps are harder to pick up on just looking at YouTube videos and just kind of, glancing at it. And so you don't immediately know how much better something's going to be, or how you could even make something better than this. Yeah, actually, don't want to do this right this. Actually, I'm going to spend like maybe 2 or 3 minutes trying to figure this out, and if I can't, then we'll move on. It's like, it's hard to, we've gotten to the point where it's hard to imagine something better than what we have until you see it. And when you see what they are doing with Bonanza, even just on the YouTube videos, which I'm sure are pretty compressed, it is nuts, dude. It is so crazy, and I'm so excited. Those worlds look nuts. Hey, Miles, guess what? All right, Kate. What? Chicken butt. All right, that's enough. That's enough of that. Let's see where the redundancies are. That's really the key to this. Yeah. This one is just really annoying. I think this one might be redundant. Oh, but wait, so it's already... Yeah, that one is redundant. So that means I can use this one to blow this. Is that it? Yay! Okay, that's really not that hard. Oh, sorry, my camera. Gosh. I hate you, camera. Come on. Please, camera. Okay, there we go. And that was the case with Mario Kart World as well. It's like, I spent 10 years playing 8 Deluxe, and I was like, how could they make a Mario Kart game look better than this? And of course, with World, they did change the art style quite a bit, which helps separate it and give it its own identity. But if you look at the models side by side, and it's crazy to say this, but 8's models look so choppy. Like, they looked incredible, and they still look really good. But I saw a side-by-side video of, like, all of the character models, like, compared to each other. Mario next to Mario, whatever next to whatever. And here's this guy here. And Zelda's got something to say.
I've heard that the Rito use refined group tactics in combat. Their elder has incredible intellect, the sharpest among the Rito, in fact. And Revali is said to be the strongest Rito in history. It is said that they're an ironclad force, unlike any ever witnessed. I even sensed remarkable composure from the Elder, as he told us not to worry about them. It was reassuring.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder if the Elder was the same guy, because the Rito have a pretty short lifespan, I've gleaned. So maybe it was a different Elder than Canelli here, since it was 100 years ago, but who can really say? And he is still alive in Tears of the Kingdom. He's just hanging out. Yeah, Kyle says Mario Kart 8 was amazing. It really is. And like it was entertaining for a good 10 years. Again, like a lot of people probably didn't get it until 2017 for the 8 Deluxe version. That sold way more than the original. Hello, Canelli. You're really cool. I like you. And yes, I will. And we're going to go to the platform here and get on with this quest since it's very short. And Link's about to watch a memory, which I don't necessarily need to watch since I just recently saw it. Oh, wait, what was I supposed to do? Oh, Saki. Let's talk to Saki. It's really good. And again, like they did change the art style quite a bit. That's not Saki. I used to play it on the Wii U back in my day, right? Yes, so did I. But then I really started to play it on my own on the Switch. But World, like, it just takes it. And there's little baby Tulin. Look at him. Soon, Dad's coming back soon. Oh, just you wait. You have no idea what's in store for you, do you, Tulin? You look kind of silly right now, not gonna lie. Hello, Saki. Where did he go? I don't know you. Kyle says, I never got the Wii U. Yeah, we never actually owned one. I always thought it was luxury, man. Because what? That was when I was probably 10. When did the Wii U come out? It probably came out in like 2012. I actually don't know the exact year. But I would have been 8 or 9 at that time. And my uncle had one. And again, I didn't care that it was selling like hot garbage or that it was considered a failure. a laughing stock. When I would go over to my cousin's house, it was like, man, they've got the goods, you know. And so I'd play Mario Kart there. We'd play Wii Party U. We'd play Nintendo Land. And we didn't actually buy a Wii U for the family until after the Switch came out, probably because they wanted to play Breath of the Wild, which is funny. That's when my dad got one as well. So yeah, anyways. Alright, so now we can go to the flight range. Sorry I skipped that memory, guys. I've seen it a lot. I don't really need to. Hello, Bedoli. Okay, let's see if we can wind bomb over to the flight range, even though it's already a pretty short ride. Right? Yeah, it's this way. That was probably... Oh, no, it worked. We got it. I never really had Nintendo consoles. Yeah, that's fair. That was just always what we had growing up. You know, I grew up on the GameCube, even though it was really more of a Wii era, technically, based on years, but we were always a little behind the generation. And my older sister had a GameCube, so that's what I grew up on for the most part. And a little bit of Wii, but still, even when we got the Wii, we were mostly playing GameCube games on it. So, anyways. But yeah, like, in a lot of ways, Nintendo is... I'm eating styrofoam, says Kate. Oh my, you were just speedrunning, like, how to end yourself in the hospital. End yourself up in the hospital. Choking on ice, eating styrofoam. That's not food, bro. It's not food. And we got a meese right here. Let's see if I can kill that moose. What is behind me right now? Oh, screw you. Screw you, you little octo. But yeah, so I grew up in the Xbox 360 and PS3. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the other thing, right? Some people have all of them. A lot of people are either Nintendo or the rest of them. I played a little bit of Halo, you know, growing up. It was my stepdad's Xbox, of course. Played a little bit of that, but that's about it. And here we have the shrine. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to get it. So we have a warp spot. I'll come back to that. Well, I'm eating a Chick-fil-A cup. Kate, I'm tired of you. And we got this rhino. Dang, that took a lot of... And, oh, shoot. Gourmet meat, I don't want to deal with them. That's for sure. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and disable you if I can. And I ran out of stamina. Why did that not disable you? Oh, shoot. He's going to get me. And he picked up his spear. And he's going to probably one-shot me with that. Oh. I don't really want to trash a weapon. I don't really need a frost spear, do I? So that's fine. I'll take this. And I might as well kill him. You know? I'll just let that guy be frozen for a minute. There's a big hole in it from where I've plucked off pieces. I'm disturbed by you, Kate. Quit recovering, you little. This weapon is not really that great. So let's go ahead and break that. I'm gonna disable you. Take that. Don't punch me. And there he goes. This other guy's coming here, and I don't think I wanna. Kyle says I've never had Chick-fil-A. Wow, that's surprising. Right, because you live in... Do they have Chick-fil-A's in the UK? Are you the one that lives in the UK? But yeah. And here we are at the flight range. That was quick, wasn't it? Let's go ahead and save. Nintendo's kind of backed themselves into a corner in a lot of ways. With games like Smash Bros. Ultimate, and even like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's like so grand, so big. Like, how do you top that, right?
The flight range. It is clear to me that he is a truly unique champion. He creates an updraft and then catches it, soaring upward rapidly. He is the only one capable of such a feat, and yet it isn't even what makes him so remarkable.
Wow. Well, she didn't even say his name. We're just supposed to know who she's talking about. I think we can safely guess. And here we go. I don't know you. And I'm actually pretty busy here. You should probably go.
I don't know you, and I'm actually pretty busy here. You should probably go.
Yeah, Tiba is a funny voice because I'm eating real food now. Are you proud? She's eating goldfish. Great job, Kate. I'm so proud. It's a low bar, but yes. Alright, let's peruse this for a sec. I know he's going to offer this to me. Why did I throw that? I need a bow. Oh my god, I just tossed that weapon for no reason. Oh well. I'm sure I'll find something better pretty soon. But, yes, you do live in England. Yeah, they don't have Chick-fil-A in England. Wow. Well, it's pretty good, you know. It's pretty good chicken, not gonna lie. Alright, Tiba. Tiba's got a weird voice, because I don't know if you know this, but the same voice actors are used for the champions and their descendants, with the obvious exception of Sidon and Mifa. Those are not the same voice actor. But Tiba and Revali have the same voice. Which it's kind of obvious when you listen to Tiba's voice that it's a person with a higher voice trying to make it lower, which is also, why I can sort of imitate it. Even though my voice is naturally a bit lower, but it can be higher, so I don't know. But Revali's kind of up here, you know? It's just asinine. And then Tiba's kind of like, oh, wow. Let's get started. Yeah, look. So he's calling me wingless and brain. Look at this. This is going to be the fastest shift you've ever seen. He's like, you're brainless, whatever. And then once we just do the easiest challenge in the world, shooting 5 targets, he's like, wow, okay, you're the best. You the best. So here we go. The easy 3 minutes, bro. Come on. Not bad. But what was I saying about topping it? Like, going so big with something that you kind of back yourself into a corner. It's not just video games. Like, I'm thinking of Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home. It's like, how do you top that? That is so grand, so big. Where do you go from there? The only thing you can really do is do a drastic shift. Try something stylistically very different. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. I think Marvel's really kind of been in a slump because the direction they're trying to go just isn't really resonating. It's not really working with a lot of people. Hundreds of them. See, look, I believe it. Now he's instantly on our side. Blah, 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 blah. So here we go. Okay. Oh, thank you for that. What's in here? According to Google AI, there are no Chick-fil-A's here. Wow, Kyle. That's pretty wild. Ooh, that's a good bow, and it shoots 3. I'm going to take it. I'm going to drop probably this one. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we saw. Like, Tears of the Kingdom, it's hard to imagine how they could top that, so I feel like for their next mainline Zelda, they're just going to do a drastic shift in style and direction, gameplay. Mario Kart, like, with World, even though technically, like, it is a lot higher fidelity, it's not going to be immediately obvious to a lot of people. In fact, I've even heard some people arguing that Mario Kart 8 looks better, which is crazy. But the art style is drastically different. It's a lot brighter, more saturated, which personally is what I prefer, even though Mario Kart 8 is still incredible. I'm almost always going to prefer exaggerated and bright colors and stuff like that. A more cartoony approach. I just love it. We got 6 concurrent viewers, looks like. Y'all say hi. We got Kyle and Kate dominating the convo here. Alright, Tiba, let's get to business here. Easiest quest. There he is. Oh, that looks so nice, bro. So bright. But anyways. So yeah, like, Odyssey is such a grand adventure. It's hard to imagine anything better than that. And then you look at the trailer for Donkey Kong Bonanza, and like, the colors, man, the colors and the textures, and just the amount of stuff that they have in this world. It's kind of nuts. And again, like, we're watching a very compressed, probably, YouTube trailer. So, like, seeing it directly, oh my word, it's gonna be so good. And it looks so satisfying to control as well. It does kind of make me curious, though, like, because obviously this is like, it very much feels like it has a lot of like Donkey Kong game DNA in it, as far as the music and like the moveset. Like, it feels like a Donkey Kong game. It's giving me very much Jungle Beat vibes, with some of the designs. This music is really loud. I'm gonna get a little closer to the mic. But also, like, it is still kind of in the style of a Mario game. Like, it's a collectathon. You've got these sandboxy type worlds, and you've got a main collectible, a bunch of little collectibles. It's kind of a hybrid, which Donkey Kong and Mario have had a lot of common ground, with distinct differences. And so it is interesting that, like, the spiritual successor to Odyssey is a Donkey Kong game. That kind of makes me wonder where they're going to go with the 3D Mario universe, you know? Or if they're currently working on another, because, like, it would seem like a lot to be working on Bonanza and all that they've done for that, and also another mainline 3D Mario. But maybe they are. You just never know what Nintendo's up to. That's the thing. But yeah, like, I'm really curious to see how much it retains from Odyssey. Like, certainly the art style, the UI looks very similar. The collectibles, the way those work, the map, the changing clothes and outfits thing, which that looks so much fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to, and like the what's it called, the Void Kongs, like the 3 weird looking mining Kongs. They kind of look like the Brutals, not like visually, but they kind of seem like they're taking the place of the Brutals from the Odyssey, where, you know, the 3 rabbits that are just running around. But those are really what scream Jungle Beat to me. Like, and also Donkey Kong's Kong Bonanza form looks a lot like a Jungle Beat boss. So yeah, it's gonna be, oh my god, and it's only a month away. That's what I was saying. It's like, I've seen people online complaining, like, shut up, Revali. Well, here in the Batman have it every day. I've seen people online complain. People love to complain. Is this a surprise? And some of it's justified, because Nintendo's just kind of wild. They're always doing some crazy stuff, anti-consumer stuff, and you know I just eat it all up because I'm a Nintendo fan man, or whatever Kate called it, fan bro. And I'm gonna buy their games, whatever, because that's just what I love. But anyways, I'm going to go now. See you later. Thanks for tuning in, Kyle. Good to see you. Next, if you're ever in the States, get some Chick-fil-A, I guess. Oh my gosh, Link, seriously? What was that? Alright, so this is, from everything I remember, by far the quickest and easiest Divine Beast. So we can dawdle a little bit and we'll still be out of here before we know it. But yeah, so people are complaining, whatever. There's so much misinformation going around right now because some of it is on Nintendo, I will say that, because their communication has not been great with a lot of these new things, like the game key cards, where they announced that and they didn't really explain it clearly. So some people think that now, like, there are no physical game cartridges at all and they're all the game key cards. Not the case. Most game cards are going to be the exact same as they always have been, with the full game on it. And some third-party games will have, like, the game key thing going on, which I don't love. It's not great either way, but it's not as big of a deal as people are saying. That's just it. Like, people misunderstand something Nintendo says, because, to be fair, Nintendo's kind of unclear about this stuff, and then that false version of it spreads all over the place, and it's very hard to, like, pull it back once everybody believes this. So whatever. One of the things is like, oh, there's just, like, Nintendo's not giving us any information about games, and it's like, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like, I get we haven't had our main, like, big direct for the year, which is normally this time of year, like the E3 sort of time, even though I don't even know if E3 is still happening. It's been canceled for the past few years, and Nintendo kind of pulled out of it a while ago. But this time of year, they normally do their big direct for the year, and I'm like, yeah, like, whatever they want to do is great, but, like, I'm just still riding the high of Mario Kart. I'm excited for Donkey Kong, like, and they've already announced in the Switch 2 Direct so many games that are coming this year. Kirby Air Riders, what else? Like, the Donkey Kong game, Kirby Air Riders, Age of Imprisonment has been confirmed for this year. Like, there's so much coming. It blows my mind that people are saying, like, Nintendo hasn't shown us any games coming. Oh, seriously? Are you kidding me? I have a jar of plastic ducks that I eat sometimes. Kate, please, I think you're just messing with me at this point. That sounds horrible. But, like, if you compare that, like, just think for a second about the Switch 1's launch, which is hard for me to remember. Well, it's not hard for me to remember, but, like, I sometimes forget just because the main thing for me was Breath of the Wild. Oh my gosh. Okay, we finally got the eye. That's tricky. Because I was playing Breath of the Wild mostly, and that's a huge launch title. I mean, it's hard to imagine any launch title better than that. Which I've kind of been comparing that to Mario Kart World, which I'll talk about in a second, how that works as a launch title for me. But yeah, like, Breath of the Wild was huge, and we had 1-2 Switch. But besides that, and a few other third-party games, like Bomberman, whatever, you couldn't really do anything with the Switch at launch. You could create Miis, but you couldn't do anything with them. There was hardly any, like, built-in softwares to use. You had Breath of the Wild, which, to be fair, that's a huge game, but, like, we didn't get any other significant games. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was almost like a month and a half later, and then Splatoon was months after that. Iggy's Wrecking Balls. No, there was no online. There was no Switch Online at that point. No virtual console, nothing. You could play Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart a month later, Splatoon a few months after that. We didn't get Mario Odyssey till that October. Like, 7 months after the launch, because it was not backwards compatible, and I always forget about that. Obviously it wasn't, because the Wii U used discs, but, like, immediately that makes the Switch 2's launch much stronger, because it has the entire Switch 1 library to play, pretty much. I mean, there's a few that aren't compatible, but hardly. I mean, most of them are. You've got all the online stuff. You've got a brand new Mario Kart, which is huge. It's not quite as huge of a game as Breath of the Wild, but it's still a pretty huge game. And then a mere month after that, we get Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is essentially the new 3D Mario-esque game. And we have promises of all these huge games coming later in the year, and people are, like, saying that we have nothing. Like, we have no information, and that's crazy to me. Oh, come on, Link. So yeah, like, I'm just kind of comparing it mentally to, like, how the Switch 1 launch was. And it is, like, it seems substantially on a better pace. But who knows? Like, and again, like, I would love to see a full-on direct this month or next month, like, with just the games that are going to come out. Oh, come on. How are we going to do this here? I know we have this guy, which I can maybe bring, even though I don't think I need that, do I? Which is better, goldfish or plastic straws? Depends on what you're using it for. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of deceiving, but you can really cover a lot of ground like that. Where am I even trying to go, though? I'm trying to go to that side. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, so I'm here to eat. I can't answer that, Kate. I'm sorry. And I failed. Come on, Link. See, I would love to see direct some more, like, details on when exactly, you know, the Kirby Air Ride game is going to come out. Age of Imprisonment, we've been told holiday, so that probably is like December title, Christmas time-ish. Or November, who knows. But, yeah, man, I don't know. I think Age of Calamity was in November, I'm pretty sure. So maybe they'll follow that trend. That was 2021? No, I think Age of Calamity might have been late 2020. Which is crazy. That's such a long time ago. Oh, I hate you, heads. Get out of here. But, like, even if not, even if we have to wait for a while to get info on all that stuff, I'm gonna be fine, man. I'm gonna be just fine. I was once with my friends at a sleepover, and my friend gave me a sticker, and I put it in my mouth and accidentally swallowed it. Kate, okay. What? I don't even want to know. Alright, here we go. Got this terminal here. See what I mean? Like, how is that a puzzle? You just fly over there.
There are
three terminals remaining. And I think I can get that chest if I fly from over here. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm so excited. It's a mere month away, and I think that month's going to fly by, because I'm still going strong with my internship. We've already pretty much ended week 3 out of 7 or 8, so like it's flying by. I'm enjoying it. Like, you can't really complain too much. It's pretty good pay for what we have to do. I mean, we are constantly like kind of on, like we have to be on it, and I'm getting rid of this because it sucks, and picking up this. But like it's really not like, we're not breaking our backs or anything, you know. We do have to keep them in check, keep the kids in check, and like be active, and for an introvert that definitely takes a lot of energy. Like, I am pretty wiped by the end of the day, but like, I mean, it's like $19 an hour, like 40, 42, 43, 44 hours a week, something like that. So like it's pretty good. Like, I got nothing to complain about. Okay, let's get this ball. How do I do this? I'm gonna blow this bomb over here. Blow that mother up. Bang. But yeah, with that going on, and actually, like, Donkey Kong comes out pretty much the day that I end that internship, so perfect timing, right? Perfect timing. And I'm still debating. I'm definitely going to stream like I did with Odyssey, like my first, I would say probably, actually with Odyssey, I didn't, what's 174 plus 482? Why are you asking me this? 174 plus 482. Give me a second. 500 plus 1. I'm sorry, I'm really slow. Is it 656? Yep. Okay. Thank you for that, Kate. I hope those weren't your $1 million questions you talked about, just asking me a bunch of math. But anyways, so yeah, let's get that ball, to get that switch, to get that bang. Yeah, so for Odyssey, I only really recorded. Yeah, okay, did you have a calculator though? Okay, there's 8 viewers right now. You can ask some questions now. There are 2. Yeah. So, as I was saying, with Odyssey, I did like the first hour, which is not that much. Like, I got through Cascade Kingdom, and then I stopped the stream. Or it wasn't even a stream, it was just a video. It was just for myself. For Bonanza, I'm going to do more like what I did for Tears of the Kingdom, where I'm going to stream like my first 3 or 4 hours with the game. Your screen says 2. Okay, maybe mine's wrong. I don't know. I'm going to stream my first few hours with the game. I like, as much as I think I would love to have... Oh, shoot. My controller might be dying here. I think I can plug it up, actually. I think I can plug it up here. Because it is USB-C. Hallelujah. Yep, there we go. Okay. Okay, Kate's first question is, do you have any hobbies not shown on your channel? Yes, I'll talk about that in just a sec. And so just don't ask anything else right now, and I'll answer that in a second. Okay, and is there another terminal? Oh, I just activated that one. Okay, let's go ahead and get this one here. Alright. Okay, I said don't ask anything. Oh, okay. Whatever. Let's tilt this again and freeze that one. Or just hold it like this. So yeah, I'm gonna record like my first 3 hours, and then I'll finish the game on my own time. Because again, as much as I would love to have everything recorded, all of those moments, I think I need to give the game what it deserves and fully immerse myself for my first playthrough. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it what it deserves, because like the music and the sound effects, I just need to fully absorb that and not be commentating and doing all that. Even though, again, I would love to have some. I'm gonna maybe record periodically, you know, and I'll record beating the game for the first time, and that sort of thing. But you know, okay, got a bow. Man, I'm just getting a lot of bows, and I have to throw away a lot of bows. I've used this a bit, so I'll go ahead and take this. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So you're gonna see like 3 or 4 hours of my initial reaction to that game, and then some towards the end. Let's find this last terminal. I don't readily know where it is, but I'm gonna guess it's through here, because I haven't been through here. Where's the eye? There it is. Okay, let's answer Kate's question. And she just sent a bunch of weird, creepy emotes. Well, I don't know what that is. Okay, do you have any hobbies not shown on your channel? Well, what is shown on my channel? Let's see. It's music, gaming, and skits. That's what my main banner says. And so that is pretty... It's pretty broad. I mean, that encompasses a lot of it. I do music, as you all know. I play games, and I like to do skits. I like to write screenplays. Flap to it. Get out. I like to write. I write scripts. I write videos. I do skits. Okay, quit sending weird emojis. I don't know what that is. I mean, I have little hobbies, like I paint. That's stupid link. That's not really... I don't really feature that on my channel really that much, but I do love to do art, like oil painting. I've got a big Zelda oil painting right up above me. It's really great. But I mostly like to do like pet portraits and people portraits sometimes. I juggle. I love to juggle. Don't really do that on my channel. It's a pretty niche field. I don't think I'm that good. I work out a lot. I don't really do fitness content. I thought about it for a while, but didn't really go anywhere. Or I realized it was not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I like doing some sort of activities and stuff, ping pong. But we can talk more about that as we go. Let's fight Windblight Ganon, which to me is the second easiest. Fireblight is like the most pathetic to me. Windblight is a close second, though. Okay. So while we fight Windblight, I'll answer Kate's... Watch yourself. I'll answer Kate's second question, which was, what's your favorite old Nintendo console? Which, again, I feel like I've kind of touched on it already, but it's got to be the GameCube, because it's the most nostalgic for me. So just for some context, like, I was born in 2004, okay? So the Wii came out not, like, terribly long after that. Certainly, like... Oh, shoot. And he's recovering already. BS. Where'd he go? Oh my god, all the way... What the crud? You can't do that. That's not allowed. That's actually crazy. That is nuts, dude. That's, like, unfair. And there we go. Okay, let's just start that over. That's crazy that he did that. There's no way to get that. Okay. Let me just answer this, because Kate's already asked a third question. Let me answer the second one. Let me eat something before we get into that. I don't have any temporary art stuff. What? Oh, I did. It's over here. I have one left. Yeah, so by the time I was old enough to hold a controller, the Wii was already out. I believe the Wii came out in 2000. Kate, stop it. Stop. Stop asking more questions. Let me do one at a time. You know how distracted I get already. Yeah, so... But, of course, like I said, my family, like, we weren't, like, in squalor, but we never been like particularly rich. We had to keep to the essentials for a while, and so like gaming consoles, we were always a little behind. So we had a GameCube. My older sister had a GameCube, and so like, as I said in the last episode, I think, I'm not even exaggerating when I say that some of my earliest memories, just in general, are playing Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube, which is really funny. Okay. Anyways, so that's where I'm at. It's got to be the GameCube. It's just the most nostalgic. It's so memorable. And once we got the Wii, like, it kind of occurred to me lately, like, stop doing that. That's not fair. Hey, quit moving. Oh my gosh, that's crazy damage. Thank you, Revali. Alright, we're about to get into second phase here. It wasn't that much damage. There we go. Yeah, so short answer is the GameCube. Once we got the Wii, like, we got Galaxy. We got Wii Sports, of course, because who doesn't have Wii Sports? Wii Play, whatever. So we played the Wii, but of course you can put GameCube games into the Wii and play them. And that's what we did for the most part with our Wii. We never got Brawl, like Smash Brawl. I was stuck to Melee. Never played Mario Kart Wii. Maybe like once in my life. Oh, still nothing? And he's warping again. Great. But yeah, and Kirby Air Ride, that's another huge one from childhood. Wind Blight. Come on, get down. Oh, Lord. Oh, that could have been bad. Oh, that's stupid. He warps so quickly. Alright, let's take care of him. And he's so far away, and he's recovering. Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh no. No. Don't do that. Alright. Let's take care of him quick. Come on. Oh, come on. So close. He's gonna recover. He shouldn't be allowed to do that. Whoa. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. This is it. And there we go. Kate, I'm actually gonna hurt you. Stop that. Stop it. Please. Are you actually trying to upset me? You're asking so many questions at once. So I answered that one. I'm done with that. Let's move on to Kate's third question. Even though she's just asked 7. If you could travel to any year, future or past, where would you go and why? That's pretty interesting. I kind of just want to see the dinosaurs. Well, Kate, save it, okay? Like, wait till I answer one and then ask. Like, actually, wait. Just don't ask any more right now. I'm going to answer all 7, and then you can ask another one if you still have them. So there we go. That was that dungeon. I don't really want to hear Revali. I can't re-enter, so let's go ahead and do it. I just kind of want to see a dinosaur. Like, I want to see what the Earth looks like back then. Like, with nothing man-made. That would be nuts. Like, there's so much man-made stuff in the world, and there would just be nothing. There would just be trees and plains and waters and cool. I would want to see a dinosaur with my own eyes. So I would do that. And there we go. There's Mado. Why does bro have so many questions? That's what I'm saying, Joseph. And hey, who's Joseph? What's up, Joseph? Never heard you before. And that bro is actually my sister, so there you go. Anyways, and we've conquered that divine beast, and we have Revali's Gale. How about that? And we're about to get a bow, of course. So let's get rid of this bow. Perfect. Wasn't too bad. Hello, Taba. Are you hurt? I am. I actually am a champion, actually, not a descendant. Blah, 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 whatever. Alright, Taba, we will see you in Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, I hate you. You're the one who... Look at you. I hate your nostrils. You're the one who wants a baked apple. You're about to divorce your husband because he won't give you a baked apple. Yay, Kyle's back! Okay, so I answered Kate your third question, which is... Yeah, she wants a divorce because she ain't got a baked apple. So just because I hate you so much, I'm going to give you a baked apple. And I'll burn you in the process. And I don't have a bow equipped. Stop it! What? Where'd my apple go? Bro. Okay. Okay, baked apple. Here you go, whatever your name was, Junie. That's pretty, 100 rupees for a baked apple. That's not a bad trade. Not gonna lie. Hello, Canelli. Fourth question, what's the weirdest dream you've had and still remember? Let's not even get into that. It was something when I was really young about everybody in my family having creepy yellow eyes. Kate, okay, ask them when I finished answering all these questions. Hello, Canelo. And I will take this great eagle bow. Just stumbled across your channel. Subscribe. Well, thank you for that, Joseph. This is just kind of something fun I'm doing right now. This is not what I normally do. I do a lot more like involved, meticulous content. I do have an Instagram. It's just my name, Miles Troxler, or you can search Super Milesio. You'll probably find it. I mostly do music stuff, but I do Nintendo-based skits and other things like that as well. There's Hearth right there. Swallow bow. What is happening? My controller's charging. So yeah, I appreciate that. You can check that out if you like. And I think we're about done in this village, unless you can think of anything else to do. But yeah, when I was young, probably like 5 or 6, I was sleeping actually at my grandparents' house, and I had this dream where like everybody in my family, and some of my friends too, had, no, we were not playing 20 questions. Kate just decided to ask me a billion questions at once, even though I said to do it one at a time. Anyways, it's just sibling stuff, you know how it is. Korok! Yeah, we have so many seeds. We can do stuff with these. If we can just find Hestu again. Let's do that in this episode. Miles without Miles's consent, yes. Well, it's not 20 questions, so we could do that later if you guys want. But let me get through Kate's questions and we can play 20 questions, I guess. Where do we go? Let's go to Ridgeland. And I'll get that tower, finally. Fill out that portion of the map. I get Heber Tower at some point. We can go as long as I want tonight since I have tomorrow off. I can sleep in. And yeah, so everyone had yellow eyes and it was really creepy and I woke up in a fright. So that's pretty weird, I think. So I answered that one. 5th question, what's the first skit you've ever made? Oh my gosh. The first skit I ever made. Well, when I was really young, me and my sister Ava would stay at our dad's house for the weekend. And of course we were, young little kids and we'd wake up at like 6 a.m. or something. And my dad would, like any reasonable man, he'd want to sleep in till like maybe 7 or 8. And so we'd try to wake him up and be like, give me another hour, give me another show. And for a little kid, that feels like an eternity. So we had to entertain ourselves. And so I had a little video camera. And so we would make these Mario movies just in our pajamas and random plots. I can't really even describe how nonsensical they were. But those were the first skits I remember doing. Like, it makes our first Mario movie, the 2-hour one, look like a Coen Brothers masterpiece, let me tell you that. That's how bad they were. But I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right? Gotta start somewhere. Alright, 6th question. If you could paint the walls in your bedroom any color you wanted, which color? So these questions you're running out of ideas, I can see. Quite a scope. I'm gonna go with, as much as I love red and like bright colors. I think having that in my room would be a little exhausting. So I'm going to go with a nice, like, pale, not pale, I'm going to go with like a nice muted red, like a pinkish or maybe a lilac. I like lilac. But I don't know, I haven't really thought about it. I'm not too picky, and I failed that. Okay. 7th is, what pets do you want in the future? That's kind of a good question, I guess. I definitely want cats. I think that'll... No, I'm not doing this. Shut up. I don't want to do this. Definitely want cats. I'll probably get that first since they're so much lower maintenance and cost, depending on my living situation in the near future. And then I'll get dogs eventually. I definitely want dogs. So, there we go. So yeah, and then also this is kind of another heartbreaking story which I won't get into, and I'm about to be struck by lightning, which I don't love. I'm not into that. Let's not do that. Yeah, alright, whatever. I'll just go ahead and equip that for now. When I was about 12, I saved up all the money I had at that point, did a bunch of research, finally convinced my parents for me to get 2 rats, because I love rats, like pet rats. I got 2 pet rats, did so much research, saved up, bought all the right stuff, and within a day I held them, they crawled on me, I was so excited, and I broke out in some hives, and my asthma flared up, and my parents kind of freaked out, and they made me take the rats back to the pet store. That was the most devastated I'd ever been at that point in my life. I still remember, like, because obviously I've been through more, like, worse things since then, but even still, like, I feel like I'm more resilient now. That really was awful. I remember how, like, going to school that day, that morning, knowing that when I got back, they would be gone and back to the pet store, it was heartbreaking. I still think about that, and so just to heal my soul a little bit, and because I think it would be fun anyways, I'm going to get some rats, get 2 or 3 rats, put them in a big old cage. If I'm lucky, I'll have like a little office area that can also double as like a pet room. Well, actually, that might not be a good idea if I'm playing a bunch of loud instruments in there to have a bunch of pets. I'll figure it out. They'll be somewhere that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's what it is. If I had infinite time and resources, my sister loved rats. They're great. I mean, I love pet rats. These were 2 females, which are different. Like, males I think are a lot lazier. Females are easier to train and smaller. So that's what I got. But I had to take them back. Heartbreaking. If I had unlimited time and resources, I'd get an African gray parrot. Hey, thank you, Joseph. I really appreciate that. And Kate has broken my rule again. Actually, never mind. I guess I did get through all those questions. So, okay, you're allowed. But Kate, could you please ask 1 question per comment so I can keep these straight? Anyways, yeah, I appreciate that, Joseph. Really and truly. Alright, so that's Ridgeland Tower. We can get Hebrew Tower later. Okay, yes, Kate, I understand. My bad. I'm going to go ahead and save there. 8th question, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? That's easy. Goat cheese with cherries from Jenny's, or brown butter almond brittle from Jenny's. I worked there for 3 years, never got tired of it. 9th, what is your favorite Halloween costume you've ever done? I mean, Link from Tears of the Kingdom, I did that 2 years ago. That was pretty good, gotta say. It was very cold that day, and as you know, that costume is pretty bare. My whole chest was exposed and a lot of my legs. That was somewhat of a miserable walk home, but it was worth it for the looks. That's one of the things I miss about long hair. One of the few things, like, it was a nice style and I could do things like that. Alright, 10th question, what is your favorite Mario side character? I think it's gotta, I mean, no, I think Donkey Kong is now a part of his own franchise. I don't think he counts as a Mario side character. So I'm gonna say Pauline. That's kind of, again, it's kind of Mario or Donkey Kong universe, but it's got to be Pauline. I really like Pauline as a character, for, various reasons, obvious reasons. Okay, so what are we doing now? I'd say we go to the Akala region. So let us do that. I'm going to actually travel here and go from there. I'm trying to think if there's any Mario side characters I'm missing, some obvious ones. think so. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. You know, Toadsworth hasn't been around for a while. I don't particularly care too much about Toadsworth. He just popped into my mind for some reason because I was thinking of Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy. Everyone loves Rosalina, and she's very cool. She's a very cool character. I don't know. She's not my favorite. That's nothing against her. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to put this on here. I just thought this would be the quickest way to fly down to Akala because we're so high up. So we're going to do that. And look at this vantage point. My gosh. I'm so excited for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm excited to replay that. Oh lord, she's got 3 more. Which armor set did you wear for your Halloween costume? It was just his main costume, so like the skirt sort of thing, and the greenish, I don't know what you call it, like a toga, where like half of his chest is exposed and you can see the Raru's arm. It's really cool. Just his default outfit from the game. There's a picture of it on my Instagram, incidentally. It's pretty cool. And my girlfriend was Zelda, so that's pretty cool. I love the Akala region. Look at that. Look at that. So there's the tech lab there. The tower's right there. So I think the move is going to be, we're going to go to the tower. And then we're going to go down to that stable. There's Terrytown. Nice. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, let's hope this wind bomb works. I'm going to save right here in case it doesn't. Okay, 11th. Has you ever pulled an all-nighter? And if you have, how was it? Yes, I have. Oh, that was horrible. I'm drawing a blank on when exactly it was. I know I have in my life, but every time I think I'm going to, and oh, this will be fun, I never follow through with it. Just because all-nighters can be a lot. And you definitely end up regretting it later. Alright, that was a nice wind bomb. Oh, the view. My god, how many times am I going to say that? But it's just... ugh. Still blows my mind. And this is what I always go back to whenever why did I eat that? It's stupid. I meant to eat that. Anytime I ever doubt, like, is this my favorite Zelda game? It's like, okay, yeah, no, nothing can beat this. Look at that. Especially the upgraded version. Okay, I think all-nighters, like, oh, I know what. See, even that, like, when Mario Odyssey came out, I got it when I got home from school about 4 p.m. Actually, it came in the mail like right before I left for school, and my mom would not let me stay home, which I'm like, come on, Mom, I get it, but like, come on. It was a Friday. If it was my kid, I would have let him stay home. But that was the worst day of school ever because I was just waiting to get... well, it wasn't the worst. It was very exciting. I was talking with my friends about it. And so as soon as I got home at like 4:15, I booted it up and I played it. And I did not stop playing it. I probably ate dinner and, you know, used the bathroom a few times, of course, but like I played it until 3 or 4 a.m. and I beat it. Like I beat the game. So I guess about 11 or 12 hours. And I wasn't like speeding through it. Like I was getting extra moons. I wasn't just like getting the bare minimum. But also I was like, at about midnight or 1 a.m. I was like, I think I could beat this thing. And so I did. And of course that's barely like scratching the surface of all the content. But I did beat the main game, got to the Mushroom Kingdom. And then at like 4 a.m. I went to bed. So that's not an all-nighter technically. But that's as close as I can remember right now. I'm sure it's happened other times. But yeah. That's great, Kate. I'm glad you're coming up with more questions. Okay, what school year was my favorite? That's a really tough question, actually. Because I'm going to say it was sophomore year before COVID hit was like just the most like exciting year for me. A lot was happening. I made so many friends. I was in the choir. It was just, I like was in my first relationship. It was just so much was happening. Then COVID kind of just came in and screwed everything up. But and I was at the lead in a musical which ended up getting canceled. But like I would say before March, my sophomore year was definitely the most exciting. If I had to choose one song to listen to for the rest of Yo, I'm gonna assume that means for the rest of my life. What would it be? Oh, what's happening here? Which would I choose? I don't know how to answer that, Kate. I really don't. So, because I don't think there's any song in the world that I could listen to forever and never get tired of it. Like, that's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could be cheeky and pick like just the longest song that I can think of, so it's the most variety. Like a freaking 5-movement symphony or something, just so I'll say that. It's some 45-minute, symphony piece that I could just cycle through ad nauseum for the rest of my life, and there'd just be enough content to make it more interesting. No, that's kind of a boring answer. So, Kate, do you want to play a game of 20 questions? Choose one, music or gaming. Oh, you little cheeky little booger. You know it's got to be music. I mean, I love video games. It would devastate me to not be able to play anymore. But music is like, I would say one of the primary reasons why I find, this sounds dramatic to say, obviously I find other meanings in life, but like music is one of the best like arguments that I have, or like justifications in my mind, whatever the word you want to use, of like a greater meaning in life. Like, I'm not even joking. Music is like one of the things that solidifies to me that there has to be more than like the atoms and cells that make up our bodies. Like, there's something special about being a person and making music. Like, without getting into too much like spirituality or religion or anything like that, because I honestly don't even know exactly where I stand on any of that. But all I can say is that music to me is like larger than life. When you break it down, it's all sound waves and physics, but it's not. Like, there's something magical about it, and I cannot figure out this freaking balls puzzle. I hate it. No, do you know how 20 questions works, Kate? She says, I thought we were already doing that. No, 20 questions is not just where you ask me 20 questions. Do you know how the game works? Oh my gosh, this sucks. Please. It's tilting so much. Okay, 20 questions. Here's how it works. I never thought I'd have to explain this to you. I thought it was a pretty common game. But I guess we have to figure out if okay, so you're going to come up with something. This is how 20 questions works. One person comes up with something, anything, animal, vegetable, mineral, or other. And so then I have 20 questions. They have to be yes or no questions, and I ask you 20 yes or no questions for me to figure out what you're thinking of. And you just say yes or no. So you think of something, and then we'll get started. And it can't be Wario. Okay. What the booties? Okay, this might actually be good. Giving us a nice reset. Get over there. Okay, so just let me know when you got something. Don't tilt that much. Perfect. My God, that took forever. Go on the button. Okay, you can ask those other questions afterwards. Okay, you've thought of an animal. Okay, well, technically, I was supposed to ask you if it was an animal, vegetable, mineral, or other, and that would be my first question. So I'm going to pretend I asked you that, so I'm on one question. Is it an animal, vegetable, mineral, or other? Oh, it's an animal. Okay. Is it a mammal? That's my next question. Is it a mammal? Okay, so we're at another 4 spirit orbs, guys. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we have 10 hearts, is that right? Yeah, we have 10 hearts now. After the next Divine Beast, it'll be 11. With this upgrade, it'll be 12. So we have to do 4 more shrines and another Divine Beast, and we will be able to get the Master Sword. Nice. We're at a stable, so I'm going to ride my horse as far as I can get down, or up, to the Akala Tech Lab. Let me Google. You don't know if it's a mammal? Are you kidding me? How can you not know if it's a mammal? That actually narrows it down quite a bit. What are ambiguous
At Kara's
animals?
urging, South Arkela's stable was built. It seems she gave the stable owners many sheep to celebrate the opening, so now the grounds are filled with them. There are more sheep than there are horses here. I have to wonder, why sheep?
Why sheep, Zelda? Why not? What kind of question? Why wouldn't you want sheep? Alright, so Pura is responsible for this stable. Interesting. What is this? Just South Akala stable. Okay. I know I'm alternating between Akala and Akala. I always said Akala, like, at first, but people say Akala. Like, the voice actors in Age of Calamity, I think, say Akala. So, I don't know. It's whatever. It's whatever I feel like. So Kate says, yeah, it's considered a mammal. That baffles me, Kate. What do you mean it's considered a mammal? You should know if it's a mammal. Okay, so now I immediately go to aquatic creatures. So is it an aquatic creature? Because why else would you have to ask if it's a mammal or not? Hello, Rex. Kate, you already said that. I'm the best. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, it's a... Please don't spell it like that. She spelled A-C-U-A-D-I-Q. Aquatic. So it's an aquatic mammal. I'm still baffled that you had to ask if it was a mammal. Okay. Is it... Okay, I'm thinking of a few. Now, how am I going to ask this? I guess this will narrow it down. Does it have teeth? Let's mix it up. Let's use eraser again. Right. Let me goggle. Bro, no, you gotta know about your thing that you choose. You can't be Googling everything. Ugh. Why would you... Kinda? What do you mean, kinda? It has teeth or it doesn't. Oh my gosh. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna have more than enough questions, so let me ask, is it a type of whale? And just so you know, a killer whale is not a whale. Despite the name. Not in its mouth. Oh my gosh. Answer my next question. Oh my gosh. She's Googling again. This is a disaster. Next time I'm gonna think of the thing, and you're gonna have to guess, because this is absurd. Look at this. I love these trees, man. It's a whale. Okay, is it more specific than that, or is that just the thing? Because I'm going to just start guessing types of whales. Isn't this so much fun? This is a kind of whale. Okay, is it a blue whale? Okay, this is not going to work. There's a pretty huge drop-off here. No. Okay. No, I think you can follow the road all the way down. You do have to watch it. There's a lot of enemies around here. But man, look at that view. I just love the trees and the grass and the view. And why is it so close to the mountain? I love it. It doesn't have whale in its name. Well, what could that be? A whale that doesn't have whale in its name. Well, that gives me pause. Yes, it does. What? So it's not a beluga whale, because that has whale in its name, right? It's not just called a beluga. And what kind of whale has teeth but not in its mouth? I actually don't. I'm lost, actually. That's... Oh, we're actually pretty close to the Spring of Power. Let's actually do that on the way. Let's go back there, because there's a memory there. Right? No, I mean, we're so close to the stable. I'm going to get that shrine real quick. Come on, Eraser. Yeah, I can practically hear the music. Ask more questions. I don't know where to go from here, Kate. You've lost me. A whale without whale in the name. I can't ask, like, what color is it, because that's not a yes or no. East Akala Stable. Oh, here's the Smotherwings. Interesting. Maybe climate. Oh. Okay, is it an Arctic whale? Kilton. A shady customer. I wonder if we are going to get... I don't think we're going to get Kilton in this file, because he's not a main quest. An Arctic whale. Without whale in the name. Maybe I'm the stupid one. And I already told you, right, that killer whales, or orcas, are not whales, right? You do know that. They're closer to dolphins. And they definitely have teeth in their mouth. So let me just ask, it's not an orca, is it? It's not an orca. Okay. Arctic whales. Arctic whales. Penguins are not whales. Sea lions are not whales. Unless I'm very confused. What animals, what whales are in the Arctic? Kate, I might be cooked here. Just like these two chicken legs. I've already guessed blue whale, that ain't it. Kate, I might have to give up. I think you lost me. You can give me another hint if you want. Okay, is it white? Is it a white animal? I'm gonna start asking colors. Okay, cool. Get this shrine. No, don't tell me just yet, but I just don't know. I really don't know. IDK. Okay, yes, I give up. Just tell me what it is. I'm sick of you not knowing stuff that I ask you. What? I'm probably going to be really mad when you tell me what it is. A narwhal. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I would have thought of that. Yeah, I think its tusk is not necessarily considered a... it's more like... I actually don't know. Maybe it is a tooth. I forget if it's like technically a horn or a tooth. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And you know what? I'm sorry I called you an idiot, because I don't know if I would immediately know if that was a mammal or not. But what an interesting thing to think of, Kate. Alright. What made you think of a narwhal? I would have assumed it was a mammal, but yeah, I would have had to check. Please go in. What happened? What happened? I literally saw it go in. What? Okay, let me think of something real quick, and now you're gonna guess. Okay, that is definitely going in. I'm thinking. Ah! Okay, got it. Yeah, narwhals are pretty cool. Let me think. I don't just want to think of another animal, but yeah. I've got it. I've got something. Ask away. No issues to report. Thank you, Haas. I remember you too. You were at the castle. You were at the castle in Tears of the Kingdom when we were looking for Zelda at the castle in Tears of the Kingdom. I remember you. I'm gonna see you very soon. Okay, Kate, you may begin. I'm waiting. Going up to the lab. Actually, we'll go into the Spring of Power first, and we'll warp back here. So, Spring of Power, blue. Is it an animal or plant or mineral or whatever? It is a, well, it's vegetable, but it's animal, vegetable, mineral, or other, but vegetable really means anything that grows, like, so any plant. So yeah, I'll just say it's a plant slash vegetable, generally speaking. That is your first answer. There's some pretty horses, but we're not going to get them because we have one more slot and it's going to the big horse. Is it a primarily green vegetable? No, it is not. What the heck? Going kind of the wrong way here. No, 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 no. Don't shoot. I'm going into the spring. Going into the spring. I have a lot of arrows. That narrows it down. Yes, it does, I suppose. There's still a lot out there, though. And here we are at the Spring of Power. Ooh, Zelda's gonna...
This is the spring where Din, goddess of power, is worshipped. Once she was one of the three goddesses, alongside courage and wisdom, but it is said that faith in her dimmed due to power being seen as a symbol of the Demon King. The terrain around the spring is complex and covered with roughly chopped trees, suggesting this place was once used as a training site of some kind.
No, that's some really interesting lore, guys. That's some really interesting lore. I like that Din, like, and even in Ocarina of Time with the evil statue at the Spirit Temple, that opinions on Din kind of sour over time because of the negative connotation of power. It's pretty cool. This one's pretty sad, this memory. She's so hopeless. Kate says, do some people think it's not a vegetable? That's a terrible question. It's so subjective. I'm sure some people think it's not a vegetable. I'm sure some people think any opinion on the world.
I don't hear or feel anything.
Poor Zelda. So I'm going to say yes. I'm sure some people think it's not a vegetable.
Always says, quit wasting your time playing at being a scholar. Curse you.
Splash.
Spent every day of my life dedicated to praying. I've pleaded to the spirits tied to the ancient gods. And still the holy powers have proven deaf to my devotion.
See, all she had to do was watch Link about to die.
Please, just tell me.
Should have just
What is it?
should have just had Link fake his own death. Does majority of people like it? Would I eat it? Should I consider that one question? Would I eat it? I'm gonna say no. Man, your first question was pretty strong, and now it's real bad. Oh, and I don't have Dinral's scale, so I can't really do much here, but I can at least redeem a Spirit Orb. Let's do that. Or 4 Spirit Orbs. You have done well. Blah. Oh, can you redeem a Spirit Orb? Ah, I thought that just served as a regular goddess statue. I guess not. Let's go back here. Kate, you would not eat it. I mean, you might eat it if it was prepared in a certain way. Is it a root? Yes. Now we're back on track. That's a good question. It is a root. I'm pretty dang sure. Woof woof. Is it brown? Maybe if it's rotten. No, it's not. It's not particularly seen as brown, I don't think. I know what you're thinking of. And no, it's not. We got Nilin. I'm just trying to mix it up, ride all these horses. Man, I had a good name in my head for the big horse, and now I've forgotten it. It was something to do with the brown and orange color scheme. What's brown and orange the color thing? There's 9 people here and no one else is typing. I know, it says for me that there's 12 people here. But y'all are all being real quiet. That's okay. I mean, is it orange? No, it's not orange. Ah, so you're narrowing it down now. Halloweeny. No, I know that Halloween is black and orange, but there's something else that's black and orange colors. And I was gonna name it based on that. Ooh, that was close. Is it red? It is not red. Actually, well... Oh my god. That's insane that it one-shotted me with all those hearts. I only know 2 roots? Are you kidding me, Kate? There's so many other roots. Kyle, I'm going to say it's not red, although there is a variety of this thing that is called red. But I still wouldn't describe the actual color as particularly red. It is not beetroot. Potato and carrot. Okay, your world needs to be opened up to all the roots out there. Onion. There you go. It is an onion. That is my choice of word. And so there are red onions. And actually there are green onions, but those are not really the same thing. Those are almost a completely different species, I think. I don't technically know. But scallion, I think, is the proper name for a green onion. Alright, there you go. You want to try again? I'm going to actually go ahead and just... Actually, let's see if I can do the technique on you. Oh, you little B words. You quit attacking my horse. Oh, I hate you. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just eradicate you. And you. Because I ain't dealing with that. And this is probably gonna kill me because I'm gonna fail. Oh, we got it. Okay. It's Kyle's turn. Well, if Kyle wants to play, you're more than welcome to do so. While I try to think of what I was thinking that was black and orange. What are black and... What? There's like a logo of something that's black and orange. I can't think of it. Okay, Kyle, let's go. You thought of something? Is it an animal, vegetable, mineral, or other? And here we are at the Echolotech Lab. Wonderful. There's a fire here. Why is that? It's an animal? Okay. Then I'll start the same way. Is it a mammal? If you've got to Google something, that's all right. Just, you don't have to tell me. Take your time. We've got to...
It's called a lighthouse.
Okay, stop. I'm
My
playing.
understanding is that it was built as more of a watchtower. But to watch over what, I wonder? Beyond here lies Lomé Labyrinth Island, home to ancient ruins shrouded by mystery. Even approaching the ruins proves challenging. Some scholars posit that evil spirits are trapped there. Perhaps this lighthouse served to watch over the island? I'm probably overthinking it.
It's a mammal. Okay. Is it... Let's go with this. Is it a carnivore? That looks so cool. Oh, my poor horsey. Don't. Why are you getting so close to that? You idiot. If he gets attacked, he's going to run right off the edge. I don't want that to happen to good old Nilent. Look at these old Decardians. Okay, not a carnivore. Good to know. Is it a herbivore? A herbivore. And here we are. Look at old Cherry. It's... Alright, well here's where we have to strip for Robbie. Okay, it's a herbivore. Good to know. Does it have a long tail? I already took my shirt off just for you, buddy. Dr. Robbie! Hey, shout out to Kate and Kyle for carrying the chat. Thanks for that. No Prime Gaming. I find it weird that Purra and Robbie, as close as they were, you know, that they're not communicating. Like, why do I have to tell Robbie what Purra's been up to? Surely they have some sort of quick way to communicate. Like a cell phone or even just a pager. Yes, it has a long tail. Okay, well, I was asking that to rule out like a rabbit. So it's not a rabbit. It's not like a hamster. Long-tailed herbivores. That's where we're at right now. Oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank. Okay. Are they commonly owned as pets? Probably shouldn't ask that. Maybe they have weird pets in the UK. Alright, so let's get the blue flame. I think that's what he's asking. Yeah. Alright, this one's a little dicier than the Hateno one, so... Maybe I wrote down what I was going to name the horse. I wouldn't say commonly. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of other ways to categorize animals besides what they eat. And like environment, because I don't even know if I really know that stuff. I thought I wrote somewhere here what I was going to name the horse. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that's not it. Whatever. I'll think about this. I could have sworn there was like an orange logo that's like black and orange, and I was gonna name it based on that. Dang, that's disappointing. Okay, so not commonly as a pet. It's an herbivore. It's a mammal. Man. Okay, is it bigger than a house cat? That's I'm gonna go with size to narrow it down a little bit. Let me go ahead and take care of this camp before it gets... Oh, you little... Maybe I should take care of their weapons first. Miles, yes, Kate, what's going on? It's bigger than a house cat. Okay, so that rules out, like, most rodents, I think. How is he recharging so quickly? That's BS. Whoa. Okay, I meant for you to drop that, so thank you. Okay. This is probably ill-fated adventure. Okay, I'm still thinking, Kyle. I'm drawing a blank here. Your earbuds are dead. Okay, you can go downstairs. You can do whatever you want. You don't even have... And I died. Alright, we're gonna try that again. A little smarter next time. I hate that. That was stupid. I hate how quickly they were able to recharge. Bigger than a house cat. Long-tail herbivore. Okay, is it smaller than a... Is it smaller than a tiger? I'm trying to narrow it down here, doing some binary searching. Okay. I don't want to be cornered, actually. It's probably not best. The best. But, so maybe I'll... Yeah. Whoa. He's throwing a barrel. No, don't you ever. No, it's not bigger than a tiger. So we are between tiger size and, what did I say, cat size? So it's not an elephant or something. Is it a marsupial? I think most marsupials are more on the omnivore side, but you know what? I'm not going to pretend to be a marsupial expert. I'm going to keep my distance with this guy, because I don't really like him. Oh, it's bigger than a tiger. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot. I asked if it was smaller than a tiger. So it's bigger than a tiger. Wow. So that's probably not a marsupial then. Okay, well then I'll go ahead and ask, is it an elephant? I think they're herbivores. Oh shoot. This is more guys than I wanted to deal with. Shoot. That guy's gonna hurt me. It's not an elephant. Okay. Get away from me. Okay, so he's dead. Good news. Oh no. He's gonna punch me and insta-kill me. Not if I kill you first. Okay. But we're going with big herbivores right now, with long tails. I haven't even made it to the blue flame. I'm gonna eat an orange. Well, thank you, Kate. I'm glad you're keeping us in the loop. With the wrapper. What? Okay, that was easy. Nice. Well, I have used this bow quite a bit. Go with this one. I'm drawing a blank again. Is it in the savannah region? Ah, raining again. And it's thundering. Not in the savannah. Shoot. Ugh, I hate this. I don't really want to use that. So I was thinking like a zebra or something. Oh, well I guess, okay. Do people ride it? I don't even know how many questions I'm on. I might lose. People do ride it. Okay, is it a horse? Let me ask. I'll just go ahead and ask that. Oh, maybe you picked horse because I've been riding a horse. That makes sense. It's a horse! Yay! I got it. That was a good one. I was so obvious I didn't think about it. What did you think it was, Kate? I'm just gonna go ahead and kill all these guys just because I don't want to deal with them later. Dang, that bow draws fast. Quick draw. Okay, I've thought of something. Oh, you thought it was a donkey? Pretty close. I've thought of something. And y'all can both guess, I suppose. I don't really care. And it's raining. God, so I can't even do this quest. Let me make it not rain. Okay. Bruh. Seriously? Ah, nice. So I'm gonna use this crappy Moblin Spear. I'm eating orange. Okay, well ask some dang questions. Okay, trying to get back up to there, so we're gonna light a few torches along the way. I forgot to kill that guy. No! Get away! Is it animal, mineral, or vegetal? Vegetable. It is an animal, last time I checked. Okay, so he's lost interest. That's good. For some reason, even though I'm right here. And he's trying to get me again. No! Link! What the heck was that? I know my spelling is terrible. It's alright. You get a free pass. I don't know what time it is in the UK, but it's pretty late over here. There's Dinral! I don't think he comes over here, but is it a mammal? Yes, it is a mammal. Okay, well, this guy kind of made me nervous here, but 5 a.m. Oh my lord, Kyle. You're a madman. Throw that torch right there. Don't burn! No! I don't want the whole weapon to burn. Okay. Phew. Well, Kyle, I applaud you. Thank you for watching this stream. Is it an herbivore? Yes, it is, in fact. Oh, I might have thrown that too far. That's just gonna burn. Get it, get it, get it, Link. Oh, shoot. I lost the blue flame. No. Hey, some people be getting up early, I guess. Yeah? Oh, I thought I had shock. Didn't want to run out of stamina. Drop your spear, bruh. Okay, thank you. Oh, he's so mad at me. Aww. Well, how do you like that? Ooh, I thought I was gonna blow myself up. Let's see if I can actually hit it. Nope. Didn't do it. How are we gonna do this? I don't want to fight you. Muscle sprint with this thing. My mic is out? Kate, can you hear me? Oh. Hang on, let me just make sure everything's good. You can hear me? Okay. Kyle, just give it... Well, I guess you'll just... Okay. Okay, well, nothing much has happened. Y'all are still guessing what the animal is. What should I eat? I finished an orange. How about some more styrofoam? Okay, so it is, let me just reiterate, it's an herbivore. It's bigger than a house cat. That's all you guys should know at this point. Where did that go? Oh, shoot. Undo, undo, undo. I lost it. I think it's probably extinguished. I'm gonna go see if I can find it again. I didn't know I had long throw on that. Is it rideable? I'd say that's ill-advised. I'm gonna say no. You're not gonna ride this. You shouldn't. Jeez, this is stupid. It is not bigger than a tiger. Maybe a baby tiger, but no, it's not. This is taking forever, bro. Forgot how long this is. Wait, I'm trying to go up there. Oh my god, I suck. Okay. Yeah, let's go across this. Oh my gosh. Is it cute? Again, awful question. Because some people would say yes, some people would say no. I'm going to say cute is not the operative word I would use. I mean, maybe the baby version, but no. Is it cute? What? No! Rain's not even on the schedule yet. Are you kidding me? Is it a rodent? No, it's not a rodent. Quite the contrary. Please don't extinguish my fire again. Down to the wire. I want it one up and one through the fire. We better get this there before the actual rain starts. You know, the scheduled rain. Not a rodent. That's where we're at. So that rules out capybara, I suppose. Since that's the only rodent I know of that's bigger than a house cat. Is it in Minecraft? I don't think so. But don't count on that. I've never seen it in Minecraft. But you know I'm far from an expert on Minecraft, so you can't hold it against me if it is. No, moblins, no. Okay, he's got a one-handed weapon. Oh! I gotta watch out for that. Oh. Oh. Don't use that, idiot. I'm just gonna walk away.
Revali's Gale is now ready.
Googler. What? Is it aquatic? No, it is not aquatic. I'm sure it can swim. I don't know, actually. I'm Wait, how is this one lit? What the booties? No. No rain. Ugh. Right before I get there? No, I'm not going to Google in the middle of my Let's Play. I'm going to just go ahead and say it's not in Minecraft. Bro, I freaking hate you. I hate you, game. Stop making it rain. Ugh. See, I'm scared to even warp away. They should still be lit, but I don't even want to play around with that. So let me go up to the tech lab and see if I can find a place to make it morning. Alright, I feel I've stumped y'all, haven't I? I have more questions, and I want to ask them. Well, let's wait till y'all can guess this, and then you can do that. If y'all really get stumped, I have a few hints up my sleeve, but I want to see if y'all can get it organically. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. I asked earlier and forgot, is it a common pet? No, it is not a common pet. It shouldn't be. What in the heck? Oh my god, bro. I'm the biggest idiot you've ever seen. I was going back to the pin instead of the tech lab. I knew I was going the right way at first. I was like, why is this torch already lit? Can you eat it? How dare you? You should not eat this animal. Not in a million years. Okay, well, I suck, apparently. I'm sure it would actually be illegal to eat this animal. So I'll give you that for free. Please don't go too far. There we go. Okay, you cannot whistle sprint with a weapon. That has been noted. Do you have it tattooed? No, I don't. That doesn't narrow it down that much, Kate. I do have a few tattoos, but not enough to substantially narrow it down. I actually, maybe eventually I will. I've thought about it. Well, you should already have ruled out a rabbit since it's bigger than a house cat. And it's not a pet. Come on, Kate, get with it. It's not a pet. I already told you. Oh my god, you moblins. I hate you. So were these all blue in regular mode? Ooh. How did that one not light? I'm gonna burn y'all. How do you like that? Is it an endangered species? Unfortunately, I think it is. I think it is. And I hope that changes, because that would devastate me if this species went extinct. I'll give you that for free. Here we go. I've actually made it to the place we were supposed to go. Is it a kind of monkey? Well, no. Technically, no. Think, 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 think. What did I just say? I'm not going to give you any more hints. Is it an ape? As a matter of fact, it is. It is a type of ape. Left eye of skull leg. Alright, yeah. Kilton. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Hello, Robbie. Is it Donkey Kong? Okay, back it up a little bit. It's not Donkey Kong. It's not a specific personnel or monkey L or whatever. It is not a chimpanzee. You might have exceeded... Actually, you're probably still under 20 questions. I haven't been keeping track. I thought between the two of you, you get 20 questions. It's not a chimpanzee. Oh, is it a gorilla? It's a gorilla! Good job, Kyle. It is a gorilla, which Donkey Kong is a gorilla. So, you know, Kate, I mean, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. It is a gorilla. I've had gorillas on the mind today because of Bonanza. My second favorite, well, second favorite non-human animal is gorilla. My first favorite is a wolf. Okay, well, Kate, didn't you want to ask some of your other questions? All right, so we can actually, oh, we don't have giant cores. The ancient shield is, oh no, it's not the ancient shield I want. It's the ancient bow, which also takes a giant core. These are all really expensive, but the ancient bows are really good. I don't even have bow slots right now, so that's kind of a waste. But we are going to get a handful of ancient arrows. That's a good idea, because we have oodles of that stuff. Okay. So we've gotten that. That was the other big goal. So let's get the big horse, and we'll call. Well, we might even do more after that. We'll just see how I feel. Okay, let's get back that Hylian shield since it's not raining anymore. Stop using the falcon bow. I do have a bow slot, maybe actually. Okay, so I'm still trying to think of that name that I was going to use. All right, we're filling up this map as well. Let's get the Pharaon Tower, and that'll be the last thing we do today, after the giant horse, which is in the Taobab grasslands. But I have a 20 question. Okay, we can play another round with 20 questions. All right. Is it an animal, vegetable, mineral, or whatever? Which that whatever category, that's where you really get tripped up, because it could be anything, you know. Man, I've been wondering why it's so hot in here, because my ceiling fan's been off. Wild. Obviously I have to turn off my main fans and AC because it gets really loud. Plant again? Well, I guess you haven't done a plant yet, have you? Okay, you don't have to tell me it's a fruit. Okay, that should be one of my questions. Okay, so is it a fruit? Oh, it is? Great. Is it a citrus fruit? Oh, the Lionel's in this plateau somewhere. Can't see him from here. We should kill him at some point. We won't do it right now. I just don't feel like it. It's not a citrus fruit. Okay. Is it bigger than a grapefruit? Snow. What the heck? There he is. Look at that. And he spawned before the other horses. Lemmy Footy? Kate says Lemmy Footy. Or Footle. Google. Okay, Kate. I think you might need to go to bed. You're just speaking nonsense. Look at that. I love that. I love the way they look. You had to Google if it was bigger than a grapefruit? Okay, is it... Okay, can you buy it at Kroger in America? Or specifically in Tennessee? Because if you've seen this ever in your life, you should know what size it is. Giant horse. Look at that. Bro, are you kidding me? I want the giant horse to turn so I can see him better. Look at how big he is next to the normals. That's a terrible picture. Whatever. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Let me maybe try and sneak up on him. You can buy it at an American Kroger. Is it a tropical fruit? Let me guess, you're going to have to Google that too, huh? We should have plenty of stamina food. Alright. What the booties? I definitely landed on him. Come here. Okay. We gotta be quick with this. There we go. That didn't take as much as I... It's tropical. Is it primarily yellow in color? And here we go, guys. We got our giant horse of our very own. There's only one way for us to go, and that is south. not yellow in color. Okay. Does it have the word fruit in the name? Yes. Is it a dragon fruit, Kate? Oh Lord, here comes the first Lionel. I think if we go fast, we can just... Is it a dragon fruit? She just sent me a pink piece of poop. Great. Okay, he shouldn't attack me if I just keep going. Okay. I do like that. The Lionels are... Okay, I got it. Nice. Now you can ask me your normal questions if you want. I do like that the Lionels, if you run right by them, like, they'll let you go. It's interesting with how aggressive they are. I do like that. They will chase you for a little bit sometimes. It's scary. Like, they'll pull out their weapon. You get far enough away, they'll pull out their bow. They're so ominous. Like, look at that. He's pulling out his bow. Oh, they're just like, yeah, boy, you keep going. You don't mess with me. Okay, now maybe me looking at this horse, I'll remember what I was going to name it. What's black and orange, y'all? What's black and orange? Get away from me. Pumpkin? No. Oh, Lord. What the booties? I need to stop saying that. I say it too much. Oh, I'm sorry, horses. Shoot. Shoot. Doot. Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire, big weenie. That's it. That's your name for now. Kate, I told you one question per comment. Drives me nuts trying to read this paragraph. Because Kate already named this horse Halloweeny one time. I don't want to copy that. Okay, I think if we cross this bridge, should be pretty close. Yep, we're gonna go to this stable here. What's your favorite fruit? Pineapple and orange. I love citrus. Orange, I love it. I'm trying to think for just a second longer about what I'm gonna name this horse. Look at this beautiful game. What is your first tattoo you got? It was this Master Sword on my arm. Can you see that? Sort of. It sort of bends when I bend my arm. But that was the first one. Very good tattoo. Very quick. It took him like an hour and 15 minutes to do it. Oh, bro, he just barely stepped on that bird and he died. That's pretty sad. And here we are, y'all. Let's just take a look next to these normal horses. My first time performing, Kate? I couldn't possibly remember that. Probably like first grade, our school performance with Mr. Curry. Look at these tiny little horses. Kyle says that's awesome. Thank you, Kyle. It is very cool, isn't it? And here we go. Alright guys, it's now or never. I gotta remember what I was gonna name this freaking horse. Ugh. Black and orange. What does that remind me of? Jeez. I swear to you, it's some sort of logo. Like a black and orange logo. black orange logo. Oops. Oh no, that's not the one I was thinking of. There is a black orange logo, but that's not what I was thinking of. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. I swear to you, I had it. No, it's not Amazon. Maybe it was like... Couldn't have been that. Basketball. Crunchyroll. No, wasn't that. I'm sure I'll remember like right after this video and I'll slap myself. Well guys, I'm kind of at a loss here, so I might need to resort to plan B. And, yeah. I'm completely lost. It wasn't Reddit. Because why would I name a horse Reddit? Oh. Alright, guys. I think we have to give up on that, and I'll probably remember very soon, and I'll tell you what it is in the next episode. No, it's not Cheetos. Okay. We're going to resort to plan B here. I'm running out of rupees fast. Luckily, I think I have a few things to sell. Similar to Halloweeny. Big weenie. Yeah. I know exactly what you're not thinking of. Thank you, Kyle, for that. I know that's not what I was thinking of before. It was something else. I think it was downstairs. Like, I saw an object, and it was, like, black and orange, and I was like, yes, I'm going to name my horse based on that. But I think Big Weenie is just fine. Okay, Kate says, what is the weirdest food combo you've tried and liked? I would say the everything bagel ice cream at Jenny's, which definitely was bad at first, and it grew on me, I'm not going to lie, which is weird. Ice cream, everything bagel seasoning, it's weird. But I grew to love it. What's your go-to McDonald's order? What, are you just looking up like icebreaker questions? I mean, I don't know. It used to be a Big Mac. I don't really eat red meat anymore, or mammals. That's kind of what I say. That's where I draw the line. I don't eat mammals. So beef and pork, really, and lamb and whatever else. But I used to go hard on the Big Macs. So now I guess I just get a chicken sandwich or chicken nuggets. Are pretty good. Hi, bye. Just hungry. I sub and leave. Just X hungry. What? Hi, how are you? Bye, I guess. Have you been watching this whole time? Well, thanks for the sub. I'm gonna look around for you, and I'm downstairs right now. Okay. Okay, that's my go-to McDonald's order. A Diet Coke, if nothing else, or a black coffee. And what's your favorite planet other than Earth? I mean, it's got to be between Jupiter or Saturn. Because, you know, I haven't actually seen Saturn through my telescope at all. I've seen Jupiter a lot, because Saturn's been in a tricky spot. It's like setting earlier, or it's rising earlier and earlier. Or, sorry, no, later and later and later. No, it is earlier and earlier. Blah. So it used to be like rising way too early to see. No, I'm stupid. It was rising too late to see, because it would rise after the sun, so there's no way you could see it, and then it would set also too early. And so it's beginning to rise earlier and earlier. So now it's like, I think 3 or 4 a.m. So you can catch it right now before the sun rises. You have about an hour or two to see it. And so I could have been doing that for a while, but I sadly haven't. I'm going to try and get the Pharaon Tower right now. Sadly, I haven't. Let's get like another memory or two, and then I think we'll call it a day. Well, I'm approaching 3 hours, actually. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, planets. So Saturn, it's going to start rising earlier and earlier. So eventually it'll be rising like at midnight, and then at 11, and then at 10, and that'll be ideal for viewing it, because pretty much, eventually, as soon as it gets dark, you'll be able to see it. It'll be high in the sky, which is ideal for viewing. That's how Jupiter has been the past few months. And now Jupiter's actually getting less ideal to look at. I don't know exactly where the Pharaon Tower is. I'm just going to put it somewhere right there. This is all in your brain, so that's impressive, I guess. So yeah, I guess that answers that. I'll say Jupiter for now, but Saturn is in the rings. I can't wait to see it. Very cool. That might have been bad. Oh no, it worked. Dang. And I forget we have Revali's Gale now. That's going to help a lot. Pharaon Tower kind of hides from you, doesn't it? The whole Pharaon region is kind of secluded. Man, Tears of the Kingdom. I keep talking about that, but that's the one. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see myself, after we finish this Let's Play on this game with the main quests, I probably won't revisit this file too much immediately. Tears of the Kingdom, though, I'm planning to spend quite a bit of time fleshing a second file out after we end the streams. Because as soon as Bonanza comes out, I'm probably going to quit streaming these games. So I hope I can finish it by then. Because I'll be playing a lot of Donkey Kong, of course. So, all that to say, the Pharaon region was fleshed out a bit. Oh, this is the Three Brothers area. That's cool. Kate, be patient. Let me just talk a little bit as well. Yeah, so with the whole sky thing above there with Minoru's quest, with the whole, they added some more lore to the Pharaon region. I love it. But it is kind of hidden until you get right up on it. Oh, y'all are crazy. No! Stop it. Alright, I'm gonna blow you up. What the heck? That didn't work? Okay, I just want you to stop. So I'm not gonna fight that Hinox right now. It's just not worth it. What's the best cat breed? Oh, look at that. That's the one that overlooks Eventide, I think. Eventide might be fun to do in one of these miscellaneous episodes. Which I might do one or two of those if I feel like it before we actually beat the game. Let me see where this tower is. Probably somewhere over here. There's Farash. We need his scale as well for the Spring of Courage. Kate says, okay, yeah, the best cat breed? I don't know. There's some cool ones. I just like regular, you know? American short hair. I prefer short hair cats. This might be a hot take. Long hair cats, I love them sometimes. Like, I love we have one, Gina. She's great. She's very sweet. But I like short hair cats because I like to know exactly how much cat I have, you know? If cats are too fluffy, I'm like, you're like 90% fur. I don't like that. I like a nice shapely form, a silhouette where I can tell, yep, that's the cat. That's how much cat there is. So yeah, I'm biased because my favorite cat of ours is a tuxedo. Generally though, like I would say like an orange or a gray tabby would be my favorite. I like black cats, they look cool. But you know, I'm a flexible guy. My favorite TV show growing up, that's tricky. I mean, I like SpongeBob. I still do. I mean, the first few seasons. Live action would be probably like iCarly or Drake and Josh or Victorious, one of those. It was mostly Nickelodeon kid. There's the tower. We did a little Disney Channel, mostly Good Luck Charlie. Oh, that one's right on the edge of the region. Interesting. See if I can warp it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now that's gotta be that HDR coming through. Y'all can see that? How bright that sunrise is? Or sunset, sorry. That's nuts. And to think the sun is actually white. Yeah, I'm nailing these wind bombs, y'all. Yeah, so we watched mostly Nickelodeon growing up. Good Luck Charlie, though, it's a really solid show. My favorite shoes that I have was probably one of my 7 pairs of Crocs. It used to be I'd pretty much wear exclusively one pair of tennis shoes, and I'd just rotate, like, I'd wear them to the ground, and then I'd get a new pair and just keep doing that. But since I've started wearing Crocs a lot, I have a lot of pairs of Crocs. I'm able to make my tennis shoes last a lot longer. So I think I've been using the same pair up until pretty recently. I'd been using the same pair for... Don't target the Octo. Come on, man. Don't do that. Stop doing this. I don't want you to target the Octo. There's a way to make him not target the... Am I blowing away? No. I'll have to go from this cliff. Oh, we got Farash. Nah, not worth it. Jeez, and Kate, how many times do I have to ask you to ask one question per comment? Ugh. You have to be doing this on purpose. That's not gonna work. Yeah. I messed up on that timing there. Okay, here we go. There we go. I think that's better. There we go. Look at this beautiful... And now you can see the whole region. And there's a lot of durians around here. American's Redhead? Gustavo? Who are you, Gustavo? And why is that the first thing you say? What does that even mean? American's Redhead. Is that a type of cat? So anyways, all that to say, Kate, on your 9th question, my favorite pair of shoes, I guess, are my newest pair of tennis shoes, which are this yellowish pair of Nikes. They're pretty cool. I don't usually go for Nike, but I decided to this time. Or one of my Crocs. I just can't choose any of the 7 pairs. Do I think high school should have uniforms? Hell no. I didn't have uniforms, and I think kids should be able to express themselves, like within reason. But no, I don't really dig uniforms generally. I think they're way too much trouble and way too... It doesn't... I don't know. Life ain't that serious. What was your favorite birthday? I don't know. I can tell you my least favorite birthday. Would have been 16. So that's like right after COVID hit. And without getting into the specifics, like, you know, the relationship I was in at the time, that was probably the most devastating part of COVID, was that we, like, could not see each other for months. And so my birthday, like, I was really looking forward to that. And, like, I think we might have briefly been able to see each other, but that was, like, when COVID was really getting serious. And that birthday was not fun, because I pretty much had to stay home. 16 is supposed to be a big one, you know? But I didn't like it. Look at all these durians. This is one of the best places to farm hardy foods, just so y'all know. You just warp to the Pharaon Tower right after a blood moon. You can harvest all these durians every time. It's great. Just watch out for these little D words. In England, we have school uniforms. Yep, so I've heard. I'm not... Whoa, buddy, come on. Deforestation much? Oh, shoot. Alright, chop this one down for me. Why don't you? That was helpful. Oh, you little spitter. Well, Gustavo, you've baffled me. You came in with quite the comment, and then you dipped. Let's see what else you got, Kate. Well, what is the most trouble you've gotten in at school? I guess I have to think about that one. No! Wait, what happened to my bow? Why didn't it pull out? I hate when Link dives. I don't want him to. Most trouble I've ever gotten in. I think it's really serious trouble in school. I was pretty law abiding for the most part. So I'm gonna have to go back to like, yeah, this is tough, Kate. You've stumped me. Okay, where do I go here? There's Big Weenie. What do I do? I guess we'll get a memory. I'm getting a little sore, so I need to get up and stretch in a minute, so probably end it soon. I remember elementary school was just such a joke sometimes, you know? Like, you got in trouble for the stupidest reasons. They took things way too seriously. I guess you gotta do that with kids. And also, like, as a kid, you took it so seriously. You, like, if you got in trouble, it was like, oh, I had to sit at the wall during PE today. How am I ever gonna succeed in life? You know how it is. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look this up. Oh, I haven't had Zelda notes on. No, hope she hasn't wanted to say anything. Breath of the Wild memory locations. But there was one time in PE, like, they had stupid, like, timings where you weren't allowed to talk. Okay, Kyle has to go. Thank you very much for joining me. You might need to get some sleep, my friend. I'm a little concerned. Okay, so it is right there. I was wondering if it was. Looks like we got a memory right here. And that's the one that is really tough to find. And then we also have one here. Like, it's pretty close to the castle. It might be like right there or something. I think we'll be able to find it. Alright. So, bye, Kyle. Yes. I'm about to end it off after I probably get these two memories here. We're about to get the really tragic one where Zelda's just sobbing because everyone's dead. Yeah, joyous, I know. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, so in elementary school, you know, you'd be talking in the gym, just really quietly, and then this mean lady, I forget her name. There was 3 gym coaches we had, and then actually eventually 4. One of them was kind of, like, he was kind of a serious looking guy, but he was fine, he was friendly. Then there was a nice lady. I won't name any names just for privacy's sake, whatever, nobody's gonna care. And then there was this really mean lady. She would always be yelling at kids. Okay, thank you, Kate. You've done your part today. Stop it. Alright, you know what? That's it. That tears it. That was a good shot. And so yeah, I was just whispering with my friend, like, I remember exactly what I said, because we'd have to wait in line for our turn to play whatever game we were playing that day. So I just whispered to my friend, I was like, hey, when we're waiting in line, let's play rock, paper, scissors. Like, I don't know, we just thought that was fun, we'd play that. And then from across the gym, the mean lady, she caught me talking, whispering, and made me sit on the wall. And then you know what happened? The nice lady came over. Actually, no. The guy came over, and because he knew I wasn't trying to cause trouble, and it was a few minutes. I'd been sitting on the wall. He was like, hey, you can rejoin everybody, like, you know, you're good. And then the mean lady, she saw me back in action in the room, and she made me go back to the wall. And then I said, but he said I could come back. And I even asked the nice lady, I said, hey, he said I could come back into the gym. And she said, I'm sorry, you gotta go back to the wall. So I was upset that day, yeah. And I felt devastated. I was like, oh, I'm in trouble, this sucks, whatever. One time I got in trouble during PE for using the bathroom in elementary school and had to sit on the wall for the rest of PE. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just wild, and they just want to make kids, they just want to break you down. It's like, man, it ain't that serious. Alright, here we go. The most vague memory location in all the game. Oh, here's a tree. Here's a rock. Oh, I've seen that before. Like, are you supposed to see the castle back there? That doesn't look like the castle. Like, I really can't think of any time in high school that I got in trouble, really. Or middle school, for that matter. Well, Kate, you got in trouble for putting the bears upward. Poor Zelda.
Beasts, the Guardians, they've all turned against us. It was
She's dirty.
Calamity Ganon. It turned them all against us. And everyone, Aoife, Rabosa, Revali and Daruk,
It is very sad.
trapped inside those things. It's all my fault. Our only hope for defeating Ganon is lost. All because I couldn't harness this cursed power. Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing. So I really am just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I've tried and I failed.
It's moments like these that, man,
All to die.
make me really feel for this Zelda. Especially after what happens in Tears of the Kingdom. She just can't catch a break, man. She loses her mother, she loses her father, she loses all of her friends and mentors, she loses Urbosa, another mother figure. She watches Link pretty much die. She spends 100 years in the castle with this gross-looking cocoon. And then she finally gets a few years of peace, and then she's ripped back in time, losing her love yet again. She makes friends with Rauru and Sonia. Then she watches Sonia die, another mother figure. So that's 3 pretty much mother figures she's watched die. And then she makes the ultimate sacrifice of turning into a dragon for 10,000 years, fully expecting that that's how she's going to be forever. And then she comes back and gets ultimately a happy ending. Yay. But man, look, I mean, just think about that. Think about that. That's crazy. Even Skyward Sword Zelda, she didn't go through all that. It's wild. One time during lunch in kindergarten, I got in trouble for putting my juice box on my friend's head, and I had to stand on the wall, and I couldn't finish my lunch. They're insane in elementary. Like, life does not, like, nobody, they say all this crap about preparing you for life, but in no job as an adult, or, like, if you put a juice box on somebody's head, like, it's not like your boss is going to be like, all right, Kate, you cannot finish your lunch and you must go sit on the wall. That's not how life works. Maybe you'll get fired, but you can still finish your lunch. Maybe you'll get an HR report about putting a juice box on your friend's head, you know? Man, I really should have had a horse right now. Oh my god. Look at this. They're all silver. Alright, I'm getting on this. Bruh. Man, what a scene. Look at that horse. I was trying to get on him, but I guess he was still in pain, you know? Dang, Kate, quick with the emotes. Quit sending me this crap. Yeah, there's really no quicker way for me to get here, is there? Yeah, I could try and chain 2 wind bombs. Crap. Stupid. I hate myself. I'm gonna try one more time, and then I'm about ready to actually call it a night. I do maybe want to play a little more Mario Kart. That was something I actually wanted to talk about before. Mario Kart as a launch title. I am learning. I mean, I knew this before. Mario Kart, there is a limit. There is a limit to how much you can play at once before you kind of start to hate it. Like, I don't mean hate it. And here's the thing. It's not, it's because also of, oh my gosh, bro, of how chaotic this one is. The Grand Prix and Knockout Tour can be infuriating if you're going for like completion and 3 stars and all that. There's some cups, like, just because of bad luck, I had to try like a dozen times to win, to get 3 stars. First place on every race. And even when I did, it was way too close. There were some races I won barely by the skin of my teeth. And like, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Jesus, Link, come on. It's supposed to be luck-based a little bit. It's Mario Kart. If you want a pure racing game, play Need for Speed or something. But, oh my god, these crazy enemies, bro. Jesus Christ. Ooh, this is... Like, I've never gotten a horse quite like this with this blue and white cow pattern, but that would be a fun one to come up with a funny name for him. Jesus, those arrows do so much damage. Get away from me. Those groups of all silvers are nuts, dude. Because they can draw those arrows so quick. Why does Link never need to sleep? I don't know, he's built different. I mean, he can sleep. Oh, what do you got to say, Zelda? Where is this? Ooh.
It has been decided that we will investigate ancient Sheikah ruins in preparation for the calamity. The entrance to the Royal Ancient Lab, which we were forbidden from opening, now stands open. Things such as blueprints still remain, and Pura and Robbie have been absorbed in reading them, sparing no time for sleep.
Wow, it looks like they don't need to sleep either. That's cool. And look at how little of it is left. These were ancient labs? Royal Ancient Lab. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's pretty close to the castle. And now it's just in shambles. Oh, come on. Alright, this is the memory up here. Where Zelda gets the frog and makes Link try to eat it. Why are you sending me a black nose? Stop it. Oh, Eye of Ra? Get out of here. That is not how you spell Ra, is it? It's just R-A. What was I even saying before? Yeah. But once I've kind of just determined that, hey, if I'm getting tired of Grand Prix and Knockout Tour, I can just play time trials, purely skill-based mode, or, you know, even versus, it's more bite-sized, and free roam. So I really think those are the perfect, like, palate cleansers, change of pace, if you're just getting sick of the main modes. And I've never been one to play much Mario Kart online. I never have. So I'm sure that's a wildly different experience, but, like, you do have to be careful. I don't want to get Mario Karted out, but when you're playing nothing but Mario Kart for days on end, you gotta do stuff like this to refresh yourself, you know. So I've been really looking forward to these streams.
It's a rare, endangered species. Despite our efforts, we can't get them to grow domestically yet. The princess can only thrive out here, in the wild.
Symbolism? Yeah.
All that we can hope is that the species will be strong enough to prosper on its own. Is that what I think it is? Look at this. I don't believe it, but I actually caught one. This delicacy is known to have very, very potent effects under the proper circumstances.
It's about to end, Kate. As soon as this memory is over.
Can actually augment certain abilities. We wouldn't be in a controlled environment out here, but with your level of physical fitness, you'd be a perfect candidate for the study.
So she likes me now, but she wants me to eat frogs.
Taste it.
Maybe it's worth it for the benefits. We'll just see about that. Okay. Hey, get out of here. But yeah, I think I've said a lot, done a lot. and we've had a good time today. So let's just take a second, look at this beautiful plane. My God. Oh, so serene. Even when the world is a-crumbling, you still have the beauty of nature. And there's a hiccup. There's a fox there. Okay, guys. And there's our horse, our unnamed horse. Let's name him Blue Moo. Just between you and me, Blue Moo. That's his name. All right, me and Blue Moo. Let's get a quick selfie with Blue Moo. You know, something like that. That's good. And as far as memories, I think we have just 2 more. Y'all, we've been just whizzing through these. And we'll get that during the Gerudo quest. And we'll get that when we're at the castle again. So we're doing so well. That means as far as main quests, we get the Master Sword, we beat the last Divine Beast, swap the order there. And then we get those last 2 memories and we're golden, guys. And then we can move on to Tears of the Kingdom. So I expect 3, let's say give or take 3 more streams. And we'll probably be moving on to Tears of the Kingdom. But it matters not, because for now we're just going to end it. It's been 3 hours. I'll probably do one tomorrow night. And maybe the night after. We'll just have to see. But thank you for joining me, whoever's still here. It says 17 of you. I don't know if that's accurate. That's crazy. And that's more viewers than I've had on any of these. So I appreciate anyone that came along for the ride. Thank you for engaging or just watching. And I'll see you all later. So thank you so much, and bye-bye.